bunch of yada yada over the best part.
Yeah, ladies and gentlemen, you heard the theme music, and it's Sunday in Kansas City, which means one thing and one thing only. You guessed correctly. It's time for another episode of the Yada Yada Podcast, episode 156. It's the kid Joe Cornell in the building, Black Hypey here as usual, and of course we got producer Nelso in the building with us. Our audio engineer Sebastian's not here today, but always here in spirit, man. Had to step away for a little bit today, but hey, man, the gang's all here. How we feeling on this beautiful Sunday in Kansas City? 60 degrees right now, y'all.
Feeling like it's the end.
The end is near.
Yeah,
it's definitely over.
We're cooked.
You feel the end.
Winter definitely fell off.
Yeah, like
winter fell off hard.
Winter used to mean something out here. We used to fear the winter.
We did.
I wasn't scared at all this season. Like, hey, it'll be warm soon.
Fuck that groundhog.
Hey, the groundhog dog shadow means nothing to me.
Nigga's a liar. It's 60 degrees right now.
Why am I trusting a groundhog?
These old methods, man.
They won't let some shit go. That's the one thing they're not letting go. Like Groundhog Day. No, that's tradition.
There's like been 100 Puxatawny Phils, man.
Like there's been numerous occasions where it's like, no, the groundhog clearly lies, and like, why are we still doing this?
Yeah.
But other than that, man, it's been a big weekend for hip hop. Big day, big weekend in the music world, man. Because this weekend, the fall off happened. The inevitable fall off is upon us. J. Cole dropped his alleged, we still don't know, because every rapper says they're going to retire, never fully retires, but his alleged retirement album, The Fall Off, is finally here, 10 years in the making. We are here. It dropped Friday night, February 6, 2026. Legendary day, Andre.
Well, Thursday night.
Thursday night, midnight.
But for the 6th.
Yeah. So, The Fall Off is here. Let's get our first initial thoughts. When you first played the album and had that first listen of this 2-hour album,
I immediately text Joe and I was like, I think he might have done it.
I thought the same thing. I ain't gonna lie. That first listen was some legendary shit. I was levitating low key.
Yeah, I was hype. I was bro, towards the end of it, I was ready to cry though. I'm not gonna lie. After I got done with Diss 39, I'm like, is it really over?
All the memories we made together along the way.
He had all the serious shit like on the second half. And I'm like, man, why you gotta do me like that?
I thought we was gonna ride it off into the sunset.
Yeah, I thought he was gonna do some thugging shit.
And he's still like, no, we're getting even sadder.
Yeah.
More tragedy strikes.
When I look more back sadder. On this.
Yeah, more tragedy. But yeah, man, the first listen, I was really amazed by what I was hearing, especially on the first disc 29, like the first like shit. Like all 12 songs to me were really amazing songs on the first listen. Like I thought Hit the Gas when I had that little beat switch and we got a little Cash Cobain for sure. A little melody in there, but then the Timbaland drums kick in at the end. I'm like, oh, okay. Like, and I that's one thing I did like about the Fall Off a lot is that there were moments on here like Legacy or The Let Out where we hear Cole do stuff sonically and musically that he hasn't done before or we haven't heard him do in a while. And
so let me sorry to cut you off.
No, you good.
Because that brings me to a question to you about his production. So
yes.
How do you feel about the production? So you saying the production is good is what I'm hearing. Like you enjoyed it.
Yes, I do. I will say to me personally, I guess my current hot take for this project at the moment is that to me this is J. Cole's best produced album of his career. And I think it sounds really good sonically. But I will say on the second re-listen, I did kind of notice a little bit more of the flaws of the project. And one of the flaws I noticed on the project was that while I do like the production a lot, I do feel like one thing about the production that is a knock against it is that it doesn't really evolve past what you hear when it first starts. So like when you listen to a lot of these beats, like it's just a loop. So it doesn't really grow, evolve into like more. Now some songs will have certain elements that levitate during the hook or whatnot when it's building up or during the bridge or whatever. But for the most part, it's just a loop of a nice simple drum pattern, which is cool because it's an easy pocket for him to catch, which allows him to really show his elite, artistry in terms of like writing and rapping. But it does kind of, for a 2-disc album that's 2 hours long, like I kind of need the production to kind of take more risk, and that's why I do like songs like The Let Out or Legacy, or I fuck with Who the Fuck Is You, because that beat switch in the third verse is amazing to me, and it turns the fucking track up, and it really gets the energy hype. So production-wise, that is my knock against production, is that it doesn't evolve very much, or progress, I should say, throughout the song. It just kind of sticks to what it is when you first hear it. Come on.
Yeah, I definitely feel that, but because first listen, I was riding a high of like, all right, this is the last J. Cole project. You know, I remember them days. I remember the warm up days.
I do remember losing my balance,
losing your balance.
Or
I remember when Who Dat came out.
That was the first original single from the Sideline Story.
I was like, first. I gotta tap in, and I definitely was tapped in, like high school and college.
I remember being in high school and hearing the story about Jay-Z signing this kid named J. Cole. He was the second artist signed to the new Rock Nation label.
Yeah.
The first artist was Rihanna. This was Ho's second artist he signed, and it was the first rapper signed to the label. So I'm like, okay, who is this guy? I heard that Ho heard the song called Lights Please by J. Cole and immediately wanted to sign him. So I listened to Lights Please, and I was like, whoa, this is different. And then I heard Dreams, and I was like, that kind of started the rabbit hole, me getting into the warm-up, and then that's when I became a J. Cole fan. So for me, hearing this album as a J. Cole fan that was there early on in the journey for him, I did like that feeling because I feel like a lot, especially on the first disc, I felt like a lot of it was just like an ode to that old sound and J. Cole feeling that we remember on the come up, and kind of in him going back to those roots of that sound and that feel, which was really dope. But then that kind of also does bring up another question of like, you know, it's great that you're kind of going back to that sound and feeling, but it's like we're 15 years into your career. I don't really want you to try to recapture Friday Night Lights for me.
I don't feel like he was trying to recapture anything. I do feel like this is a good nod to the past, and I think it's tricky. For me personally, I'm not as much of a stan of J. Cole. Like, over the years, I kind of just fell off listening. But for me, I feel like it delivered in that sense of this is what I want to hear from J. Cole.
Yes, if you are a diehard J. Cole fan, I think you will love this album because this album really is for you because I think that's really what he wanted to do. He wanted to make an album for his core audience, people that have been rocking with him, which is why you get songs like Quick Stop, and then or like I Love Her Again, and then also for him, and then in Fayetteville, I keep wanting to say Vietnam, but Fayetteville, and most importantly, like hip hop. This is a very like hip hop esque album. There's a lot of like hip hop samples throughout of it, interpolations, drum patterns that are very classic. A lot, and like another thing that I would say that is a knock to this album is that while I do like a lot of these songs and some of the concepts, it's like, you know, some of these concepts I've already heard other artists do before, and I've heard them do better.
And I've heard J. Cole do these concepts
and
before.
That's another thing, and that kind of comes back to the question you had of like, does J. Cole might suffer from Arrested Development? Or like another question I had is like, do we think J. Cole has grown as a person in the last 15 years? Because when I listen to this album,
let's say artists,
because
we don't know know J. Cole personally
as an artist.
Yeah,
but because when I do hear this album, I like these songs a lot, and I think the rapping's really good. But for a lot of these stories, a lot of these concepts, I've heard you tell them before in the past. And that's another knock I have for this album because, yeah, these stories are really cool. The writing's a lot better than it was, 15 years ago when you first got in the game. But it's like I've heard you tell the story about DeVille.
Now, when Nelson said that, I was called a hater.
That was off the single, though. You was hating off the single.
I saw the tide.
He said, I knew where it was going. I've been here before.
It was ringing the bell.
Yeah, you weren't wrong. You were just early.
I was just early.
You were just early.
Might not come when you want, but I'm on time.
Where that drop at?
What's up, Nelson?
I got a question for you guys. When did you listen to this project? Did you listen to it immediately on Thursday night?
I didn't stay up and listen to it. I woke up. I played it in the gym.
Friday?
Friday morning, yeah. Friday
I did listen,
at like 6 a.m.
I did listen to it Thursday night. We watched JJK first. 11:30 we threw on the album. And like I said, the first listen, I really did thoroughly enjoy this album a lot. And I was blown away. And I did, for a double disc at the time on the first listen, I didn't think it was a rough listen by any means. I thought J. Cole did a great job of keeping my attention on the first listen for a double disc album. Like, of course, a 2-hour sit down for an album is going to, after a while, it's going to drag on a little bit. But I think he did a great job maintaining our attention and just keeping our excitement, because you get songs like, especially on the first listen, Bunts Road Blues with Future and Tim's. Like, Future coming in with that little Usher interpolation, and then Tim's coming in at the end. Like, that was a really, really dope song, especially on the first listen. Like, that was a nice.
Yeah, it's very
pretty. And I think, so this was another thing that was confusing to me about the album, the Fall Off conceptually, right? Because before the album dropped, he announced the double disc, he showed the back of the track list, and he put out a letter talking about how the album's 2 discs because it's supposed to represent him at 2 different points in his life. Yeah. Him when he was 29 and him now at 39. And him talking about what he was dealing with at 29 back in them days and what he's going through now at 39, right, 10 years later. But I think when it comes to, like, when you listen to the first disc, like Poor Thing, for example, that's him dissing a guy from his hometown that just dissed him a year ago. And it's like, okay, if this is going to be on the first disc where you're supposed to be you at 29, why are you doing a song that takes place now? That kind of slips away from the actual concept idea you had for each individual disc. So I think that's a blurry line for me when it comes to the album. Is like, okay, if the first disc is supposed to be you 10 years ago, why does it sound like you're talking about you right now?
Yeah, and I feel like it's a bit weird too because we never really hear him address like
anything.
The big three.
Yeah, and that's another thing.
And if you gonna talk about a beef, like why not talk about that? But I also will play devil's advocate for him. Nobody is giving him any bail. So even if he was to do that, I think the reaction would still be the same. I do feel like Cole is probably one of the most critiqued artists like in recent times.
No.
Yeah, because
really?
Yes. Yeah.
I mean,
I think it's like he's like in a weird limbo right now.
I agree with that. I think
Because
he's in rapper purgatory.
I feel like he's not getting nobody's shooting him any bail. So
His audience is.
I mean, of course, because that's his core demographic.
But I've heard like the few Cole fans that I've talked to have been even
About
more
this album.
critical.
Yes.
Yeah,
Okay.
about this album. And rightfully so if it's going to be the last J. Cole album that we get. But I also feel like everybody's kind of approaching it with a negative bias.
yeah, everybody kind of went in with kind of just looking for critiques to make of the album.
Yeah. And where they wouldn't be so hypercritical of like someone else.
Yeah.
Even someone in the top 3. Because niggas don't really be breaking down Drake albums like this. Like how they do. But
Never mind.
No, go ahead. You got to say it.
I feel like Drake hasn't put together a album worth really breaking down in a long time.
Well, I think he's going to get the same treatment.
Yeah.
With Iceman. Because that shit better be good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyways.
But like,
back
I
to
think
Cole.
with Cole, I think also the reason that people have a little bit of a harsher, more when it comes to critiquing J. Cole, especially with his new music, is now that we are at this point, 15 years in your career, we've seen you and the rest of the quote unquote big 3 rise in your career and grow over time as artists over the years. We've seen the creative directions that Kendrick's gone in. We've seen the creative leaps that Drake has made over the years. With Cole, he's kind of like Tim Duncan. He's like very fundamental when it comes to just his skill set. Like he knows what he's good at and he stays in that pocket. He doesn't really try to add too much to his rapport, which is why I do like songs like The Let Out or Legacy, where he kind of does take that risk sonically and do something a little different with his voice or how he approaches the song. So stuff like that is great, but he hasn't done it consistently enough over the years. So like now that this is the final album, like we're looking at it with a harsher lens, because like, are you going to take a big leap creatively as an artist and as a producer and really make it that magnum opus we kind of waiting for you to do? And now that it's here, it's like, okay, like you kind of just stuck to what you already know.
Well, I think that's where I'm more on the side of I'd rather hear what we've been hearing. Like,
Yeah.
just on a as uniquely and as, high skill level as we could get. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because I don't want to see Tim Duncan like set up on the wing and,
Hey, I'm open for the three.
ISO somebody. Like,
Yeah.
Or I don't want to see Tim Duncan just come off a screen and shoot a 3 because I want to see Tim Duncan play like Tim Duncan.
I want Tim Duncan to get buckets for us.
Because that's what makes him effective.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So how many rings did Tim Duncan got?
Like 5? Yeah.
How many Kobe got?
5. You know what I'm saying?
One
But, I
just
mean-
looks better on the eyes.
Yeah. But I just also think since this is the last album, there is more eyes and expectations for it. Like, this is you. He said this album's been 10 years in the making. Like, does it really sound like it's been 10 years in the making? Like, we were just talking about how Rocky took 8 years to make Don't Be Dumb. And it sounds like it took 8 years to make. And it sounds like he perfected it.
It sounds fresh.
It does.
Well, I think there were multiple albums in that process, though. Like,
Yeah.
With Rocky, like, he went through songs. He created whole albums, and they got leaked, and he had to start over again.
Yeah.
And I don't know that this feels like it took that long. I think how it starts out with the
2-6.
It really kind of paints a picture like you feel like you're in a not like from the intro.
With the sample.
with the James Taylor Carolina in my mind sample. Like it feels like we about to take a journey through the town, which I probably in a way we do, like just through his lens.
Yeah.
But I felt like I don't know, sonically we could have heard more elements and more bits of the town in the area. Because I guess there is a few skits throughout where you hear him like having a conversation or being on the phone. At one point he's like, it might be second half where he's like talking about like getting some gas or some shit.
Oh yeah, that's Quick Stop.
Or no, where he's talking to old girl.
Oh yeah,
that's what he's doing.
I think that's
he's
on the
talking
first
to old
one.
girl, and he's like, "Hold up, I'll talk to you in a
It
second."
might be the Let Out.
Yeah, it
I
is
think
the Let Out.
in the
Yeah.
Let Out, yeah.
But I don't know.
Yeah, but like,
I'm still processing this album. I don't want to be one of the people that's like just shitting on J. Cole because the internet hates J. Cole.
and that's just like kind of where we're at with it now.
Yeah, and I feel like,
But like,
that's
I don't think we
what
have to
people
shit on
own.
J. Cole because the critiques are more than valid. When you look at this album and you really start to break it down, like one of my favorite moments on this album is the end of the disc one when he goes, "Bombs in the Ville, hit the gas," right? And he has that last bit where he's talking to himself, FaceTiming himself 10 years from the future, and this kind of kicks off the second half of disc 2, or the second disc, right? And one of the parts he says, "Fame is a drug you was chosen to take. Unfortunately, can't be sober and great. You're just like a flower the world want to hold. They sniff on your petals until you get old, and then they dispose, and new flower grows. Can't take it personal, that's just how it goes. Soon as you gon' know that the high coming down, and that's the point that they'll call you from now. This is the fall off, I'm falling off how the rappers do when they can't find a new sound." Right? I thought that was a great way to end this one and go into this two, and him kind of talk about just like the current phase he's in right now with the quote unquote fall off. And then when you listen to this two, he doesn't do any of that shit. He doesn't cover any of that. Like, he doesn't talk about how he's falling off or nothing like that. It's just more like him talking about growing up in the Ville and what's currently going on in the Ville. Like, and that's just kind of where I'm like, all right, you didn't really do shit to explain the fall off.
Yeah.
I mean, the closest you got was I Love Her Again, which is you falling back in love with hip hop, which is like cool. But like, other than that, you didn't tell the story I feel like you was trying to tell us with the double disc concept.
I have a question. So, do you guys think that this is a case of he fell in love with the titling and the branding of it before he got the songs together that fit in this idea?
Well, I will say this. I think disc 29, the first disc, was made over the years. Like, actually, that was the 10-year part. And then disc 39 is 2024 up and now. Because I think if you take disc 39 out, say the fall off is just disc 29, one album, right? Lonely at the Top, I think, is a phenomenal intro for him to just ride out on. Because it's really kind of like symbolizing the downside of your career coming to an end. Where it's like you got to the top, realize it's not really all it's meant to be. And that when you get to the top, eventually you realize it's just you up there because everyone else that was up there before you fell off. And then somebody's behind you willing to take that spot now as they're coming up. So, like, now it's up to you to just, like, fall off gracefully or just, like, try to fight it and then have to be forced to leave. But, yeah, so I think disc 39 is shit that he just made the last 2 years. So I think that him trying to, like, pivot last minute like that, I think kind of threw shit off a little bit because – yeah, I just don't think disc 39 did what he wanted to do in terms of, like, talking about where he's at now. Because then, like, why do we have songs like What If on disc 2 if you're talking about where you are now? And honestly, like, let me ask y'all this. Let me ask this question to the room regards What If. So What If is the song on disc 2 where he's talking about what if Biggie and Pac were able to squash it? And what happened with them never actually happened. What if Big reached out to Pac and apologized? What if Pac apologized to Big? They was cool, right? I was like, okay, this is cool, but I feel like, especially since Pac and Big died like 30 plus years ago now, it's like, all right, I feel like I've heard other artists do this. Like G Malone just did one where he was rapping from the perspective of Orlando Anderson, who Pac jumped and was the one that killed Pac. So he, like, even hearing him rap from that perspective was like a good fresh twist on like just the whole concept of like, what if we rap from Pac and Big's perspective with the situation, right? So I was like, okay, this is a cool song conceptually, but I think the whole concept would have been a lot cooler for me personally. Now, for me personally, it would have been a lot cooler if he did it from the perspective of like a more modern day situation, Kendrick and Drake.
I was just going to go there.
Because
Yes.
I think that would have allowed this song to resonate a lot more, especially because he was involved with that situation as
Literally.
the big three. And so since he was the one that apologized, he could be the one like, well, what if y'all never fought? Like, what if we were all friends still?
Like the
right,
Jonathan
guys?
Majors meme where he's trying to break up the fight.
Yeah, like,
the two kids.
what if you never drop control? Like, type shit. But like, what do you think about that? Do you think that would be the song would have been more effective if he rapped from a more modern perspective of like two artists from today, like Kendrick and Drake beefing, as opposed to Pac and Big?
Man, it's kind of hard to say. I do think covering a more relevant topic, a more fresh topic, could play in his benefit, but also it kind of comes to that negative bias. People are going, this is a safer bet because it is like a classic beef, but it's also like people have probably had that conversation, that what if, so many times. But no, I think it would still come off kind of like flat.
Yeah.
Because everybody, we in a state where people are ruthless. Everybody want blood.
Yeah.
No, I'm dead ass. Everybody
See,
in your comments aggro, you know what I mean? So like, they would have destroyed Cole if he was like, Kendrick, Drake, y'all should piece it up.
What if y'all never actually had a problem?
Yeah. What if y'all were best buds?
Yeah.
No, but what if he flipped it and it's just self-reflecting and he's like, what if I never even made the 7-minute drill?
Mm-hmm.
What if I never even had to apologize? It's like that. The shit was going to happen regardless. That's Captain America v. Iron Man. That shit was always going to happen. That's Civil War.
Yeah.
So what can you speak on that doesn't hurt your spirit or whatever the fuck he was saying on stage? Like, I feel like there's a way to maneuver. And I agree with you that, you know, modern times and people on the internet are going to be negative. But hasn't media always been negative? Hasn't it always been, if it bleeds, it leads?
Yeah.
Like, away from hip-hop, just news and shit. So, I don't know.
And on top of that, when I saw the track list and I saw the track What If, and then it starts and he's kind of like, you know, getting the intro, kind of getting ready to start rapping. I was thinking, okay, you haven't talked about the Big 3 situation. You haven't talked about 2024, this whole disc.
And he said that.
Yeah, and this whole disc was created because of what transpired in 2024. So I'm waiting for him to, like, address the situation because I'm thinking that's what he's going to do at some point on this disc. And then we get to What If, and he starts rapping about hypotheticals. We're talking about Pac and Big. I'm like, okay, fire first verse. I'm thinking maybe the second verse you come in with your perspective of the Big 3 situation. Yeah. No, he kind of dives more into the Pac and Big shit. And so by the time the album's over, because we only have 2 more songs after that, I believe, by the time it's over, I'm like, okay, you didn't really address nothing.
Yeah.
You didn't address anything that we were curious to hear you talk about on the final album. And that is another critique I have of the album. Because it's like, okay, you didn't talk about the Big 3 shit, but I can understand why you don't want to address that on your final album. Or because if you do that, then that kind of encaptures the whole moment of the album itself, depending on how you address it.
It dates it a little bit.
Go ahead.
And then one last thing, on top of that, actually, I lost my train of thought. You go ahead.
No, I think
you said it dates it.
Yeah, if he addresses the beef a little bit, I think he did kind of play it safe, but I think over time, like as we forget, well, we won't forget the beef, but as we get further away from it, this album will sound better. You know what I mean?
You think so?
I think it'll grow with time because even though we don't necessarily get like a super cohesive story, there still are like a lot of great songs and a lot of great pieces. And even if you like kind of pick and choose, or if you put this on shuffle, like it still would be a dope project.
Yeah.
And I guess you definitely got to break up some of the singing, like some of Cole's singing. On the first half, like I don't know, like the last 6 songs, I'm like, all right, bro.
Too much.
He's up now, baby boy.
Yeah.
In my notes.
Oh,
go ahead.
Sorry. Just to kind of like, because I remember what I was going to talk about before I lost my train of thought. But like on top of like not addressing the beef, like you kind of have these very vague shots at Hove that I was kind of hoping you would dive more into, because it's like, okay, you kind of take shots at him on the Fall Off is Inevitable with like when you said I signed to one of the so-called greats of rap or whatever. And we're talking about Hove, and then I think the next song or two songs later, you're talking about how you're independent because you got the slave deal.
Yeah.
And so like I'm just like, you're kind of vaguely taking shots, but referencing the situation with Hove is kind of funny, but you're not really talking about it, but you want it to be known where you stand.
And that concept isn't new. Like, I got out of the slave deal, and now I'm, financially free. And it's like, we already know this.
And it looks kind of...
Didn't you just tell us to love ours? Or
love
yours,
yours?
whatever the fuck. So, yeah, whatever.
Whatever. Anywho,
In my notes, speaking to what Alex just said, it's way too much singing. Way too much singing. J. Cole isn't known for his voice. He isn't known for how good he can sing. Like Drake, he can hold a tune.
yeah.
Kendrick, he does the little nasally thing, and it works for
Falsettos.
the pockets that he goes into. But like, I don't know. It's just not it.
I mean, it just has to be in doses. Cause I enjoy it. Like I keep my head high. Like
Apparently.
there's like a little charm to it.
Yeah.
That's just like probably the best example.
Oh yeah,
of
apparently
good
he's one of
Cole
my
singing.
favorite songs. So, but then on that song he says, "I got two bitches playing on my shit like a trombone," and he says,
Yeah.
and in that song he says, "I'm hot dog, catch up to me, nigga." So it's like, so you got the singing. It's like, all right, I'll take that. But then he'll have like some bullshit bar, and it's like, what?
He got
the hell
quite a
is
few
this?
bullshit bars. Like on Legacy, he had a menopause bar that was just kind of out the blue, and I'm like, all right, bro. Like up to this point, you kind of had a nice little run.
He said the greatest nigga in rap, or so I'm paraphrasing the bar, came from a white woman. I'm like, all right, bro.
Had
In
a
Black History Month,
Had a mulatto chant, I think, going on at one
Sweet.
in one of the songs. Like, all right, so yeah, on what song is this? Legacy. On the second verse, he says, "Commitment issues. I can't even decide what's for dinner. Pardon these selfish flows. I need a Yelp for hoes. I need to read reviews because some of the evil I see you do is an unbelievable menopause shit. Inconceivable."
He said, "Y'all,
There's
y'all a
sound-
bunch
what
of
soundbite
old
we gonna hit for that
bitches."
one? What soundbite you want to hit for that one?
Another thing that I took notes on is I kind of got tired of these classic like flips. He did the DMX. So on till we gone. So I got to know now. Is you with
Yeah.
me or what? Right?
Give me the what?
Drake did it better.
Yeah.
He also had a Q-tip flip.
Yes. What was that one he flipped? Do you remember which one it was?
Let me see.
So like he had a couple flips on this one. He had a Outcast flip.
Yeah.
Me and you.
The song with Erykah Badu.
Yeah, that was really good. I like
Honestly,
that one.
I'm not mad at.
I like
flips.
that. I like- 'cause it's-
aside from what's the one? I Love Her Again.
Yeah.
That one was been beat to shit.
You didn't
Yeah, that's
like
why
I
it's
Love Her
like,
Again?
huh?
You didn't like that song?
I didn't hate it, but I'm saying like the idea of rapping to
Hip
hip
hop.
hop, yeah.
And hip hop leaving like the whole story of hip hop going to another region and
Yeah.
all of
but
that. Like
it's a
I-
hip hop
I-
album, you know.
yeah, and that's
I
why I
love,
do like the samples because it's an ode to hip hop, and like I also think that's why the production's very like boom bappy, simplistic, and that kind of like similar pocket we always hear J. Cole catch really easily because it's just him giving his ode to hip hop as a genre and a sound.
Sometimes I can be slow, especially to listen to music for the first time. I didn't realize he was rapping about rap until it was like, I moved to New York, and then they said you moved to the A, and all the different slang. And I was like, this nigga talking about rap.
You thought he was talking about a girl.
Cheated.
He said, "Man, turn this shit off."
No, I actually like the song. Of the first disc, of disc 29, I have 4 songs added.
Yeah.
And then of disc 39, I have 3.
Okay.
And it's not because I didn't like some songs that are on either of them. There are songs that I don't like, but these are the songs I can see myself revisiting and I actually want to hear again and again and again. I'll definitely listen to it again as a full like run through.
Yeah.
And maybe I'll listen to like disc 39 isolated,
Yeah.
where it's just that like by itself. But if I'm thinking of like standouts, I really like the Bounce Road Blues.
Yeah, Bunce.
Yeah.
Bounce is it Bounce?
Bunce.
Bunce Road
Pardon me.
Blues. Yeah, that's great. That's one of the best ones.
Yeah, I like Life Sentence. I thought
Life
that was
Sentence
great.
is
Life,
dope.
hey, how's it going down?
Yeah,
You know, and I will say the one thing, and this could just
but
be,
I like the concept of Life Sentence.
yeah, I love it. Great, I love the concept of it, and I think another thing, and this could just be me as a listener, I just think this album is also funny to me because out of all his albums, like this is the one I think you can hear and just hear his peers' influence in.
Yeah.
Like you could hear the Kendrick influences conceptually. I think when the 39 intro on this too, like it's like 6 minutes. There's a lot of beat switches and shit. Kind of remind me a little bit of Nothing Was the Same.
Yeah, or even the Punk Bitch.
Yeah.
That gave me a little K-Dot vibes. I'm trying to not compare him
Or,
to everybody though.
like-
It's hard, bro, because you got a song like what was it? We were just talking about it.
Life Sentence.
No, I Love Her Again.
Yeah.
We got that song, but we have another song that just was a part of a album that won Rap Album of the Year that does it way better.
Gloria.
Come on, man.
I mean, fucking Teriyaki Boys and Kanye West did it before. Like, they did it way cooler, way swaggier. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's an old concept that we've heard. Like, most of these songs and concepts that J. Cole attacked on this album, we've heard other artists do it before, but better, more entertaining. Like, even Safety. The last verse when he's talking about his friend going to Texas, and then, like, they see him kind of, like, finding himself in ways that they're not familiar with, so they and so they start talking down in negative ways, like transphobia, homophobia type shit. And, you know, as they got older, he was like, damn, like, now that we look back, like, we let his lifestyle stop us from receiving all the love he had to give.
Yeah.
Type shit. And it's like, you know, cool little story, and I like the verse, but it's like we heard Auntie Diaries.
Yeah.
Kendrick talked about that same story and concept for 3 verses.
Yeah.
Hey, I think that message is too good to be on some like that's not dope shit.
No, I'm not saying it's not. I love
'Cause
Safety. Safety's one of my favorites.
I think y'all gotta have that real on some real shit. Y'all need to have that realization earlier. You know what I'm saying? Y'all do. You know, we all just peoples out here. Everybody going through some shit. Your words affect people. Don't be out there bullying people or we'll kick your ass. Ain't that right, Andre?
On God. I got a size 11 Doc Martin.
It's the hitter, man, Nelson.
No, and I also like Quick Stop.
Quick Stop. Let's talk about that one real quick, because that one, I think that was a super powerful song on the album. Now, granted, you know, it took a unique turn that I was not expecting it to take. I thought, you know, it was a story about him going to a quick stop at a gas station to get gas. It was one of the few times he didn't have no hoodies or nothing to throw on to hide his appearance, so he was worried about people recognizing him and trying to approach him. And, you know, he gets out the car, pumps some gas, some guy at the bus stop's trying to, like, say something to him. And he was like, "No, I'm cool, man." And then the dude was like, "Hey, you look familiar."
I get that a lot.
I get that a lot. Like, "Oh, you J. Cole, right?"
Yeah.
And then the dude starts approaching him, and you think the interaction's about to take like a Paperboy ATL route.
Yeah.
Where it's like they try to rob him or some shit, right? But then,
Oh, keeping it real.
yeah,
That's tight.
bow, punch him.
What is it?
Fight back. Fight back. Hey, Paperboy went to the woods.
And then he went to another gas station. So, can I get a selfie? Nigga bloodied up and shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. Come here.
Come here, fuck it. I'm happy to see somebody that actually is happy to see me.
Yeah.
But for Quick Stop, the guy ends up telling Cole like how much his music means to him and how much his music has been such a core element of his life. And he's like, yeah, you know, when my parents died or my mom passed, like your music was there. When I graduated college or high school, your music was there. Like he was just showing him so much love and appreciation for what Cole's done over the years. And Cole talked about how much that moment meant to him. And like even hearing him rap about that interaction, like even got me emotional because like you can kind of by time Cole speaks from his perspective, and it's like him. It's like I looked at him and gave him the longest embrace and said thank you.
Yeah.
And I was like, this is beautiful. Like this is the moments of artistry where like makes you realize this is what you do it for. And like that's why I love the fact that he was able to capture that on paper and in audio form on the song. Like I love that song.
Man, that's kind of a great way to end the project. That's like third to last song.
Yeah, plus it's like the second. It's the penultimate song before the actual outro. Ocean Way is the bonus track.
Yeah,
Yeah.
And no, that's really dope because that's the impact Cole has had, and to me, I was just like, damn, that's where I almost broke too.
Yeah, that one.
Yeah,
Because I think in this, especially with this current time and like, you know, post 2024 and how people view Cole and how they already viewed him already up to that point, like everything kind of just kept, you know, pounding on the Cole and what he was currently doing. And so to hear the story about him just meeting somebody and them just really being like, yeah, bro, your music is everything to me because it's been there for everything for me. And I think it's just cool to see him get that love even this later in his career, because that's like another thing about the fall off. People don't love you no more when you fall off, but
Facts.
Cole still get that love.
I don't.
Go ahead.
You believe that?
That story?
No. I'm not questioning the story. I'm questioning if you believe that nobody loves you after you quote unquote fall off. I don't think he even spoke to that on this album.
We talked about that on the outro of Hit the Gas on this one, which he talked about like the fall off is happening, how when artists fall off when they don't find a new sound. And I thought that's kind of like, are you talking about you're falling off because you couldn't find a new sound?
But I'm saying when you fall off of that pinnacle, your fans will never sway.
Well, I think
The core fans that this album is for, you'll always have those moments in which people will embrace you and say your music got me through whatever it got me through. There won't be a moment in which that goes away, because the impact is regardless of fame and status at the time, those memories are still there. So I think that if he kind of focused on that, there is no fall off, because I've had so many moments and I've impacted so many people's lives, and I don't know, is that selfish to position it like that?
No, it's not selfish. I think, yes, there is going to be that core, especially when you got people that is walking up to him at the gas station and giving a spill like he did in Quick Stop.
Yeah.
But I definitely think when you're talking a GOAT conversation, or you talking like a greatest all-time conversation, a lot of our GOATs really knew how to completely change the concept. We think of Kanye. Kanye gave us a different album every time, a different sound every time, and we kind of build up that expectation, especially when we gonna have this conversation of greatest of all time. I do think it requires some versatility, because rapping is a sport and a skill that everybody isn't privy to, and not everybody is gonna really fuck with the overly technical raps. You gotta have some sort of balance of production and overall album concept and execution as far as the rollout goes. Definitely I don't think anyone is questioning J. Cole's bars or skills when it comes to rapping. I think all of the questions are around the subject matter, right? Or addressing the things that we want to hear him address. Maybe he does that in an interpersonal interview. Hopefully he interviews Cam or something.
Hey, where's
I sent you that
Wilson,
clip. Hey, Elliot. Elliot.
Hold on, where is it?
Elliot.
Elliot Wilson.
He saw his name in the sky like Batman. It's my time.
It's my time.
The
for
light
the
skinned
old
brothers
head.
got to come together.
Yeah. Come to me first, Cole.
Man.
So let me ask y'all this: when it comes to talking about taking risk and whatnot on the album, so what do you think about him getting a little sexy drill on Hit the Gas on the end of disc 1? And then the Timbaland drums come in at the end.
What you mean, little sexy drill?
Like the Cash Cobain sound. The doom, doom.
I like the...
Let me see.
Every time that there's a beat switch, I found myself liking the second beat more than the first beat.
Yeah. I liked it.
I mean,
I liked it. For sure.
Grippy.
Yeah, man.
that's definitely a good bop.
Yeah.
A good groove right
thought-
there,
I thought it was nice. Now, I will say, man, just using your final album to just randomly put out a diss track against some random person from your hometown is a choice.
Maybe this nigga ain't as at peace as we thought he was.
I just think it's crazy to me that you go out your way to record a whole diss track to a random nobody in your hometown on your final album, but yet want to apologize to Kendrick when it's time to battle on the biggest stage of them all, possibly.
He still got time for you bitch ass niggas.
For them.
No, for them.
For them.
The people behind you.
Yeah,
Joe.
not Kendrick.
Not
the people behind Kendrick.
No, I was talking to the one behind you.
Yeah. No, Kendrick, not you. Of course not.
Or
Never
Drake.
that.
No.
No, never y'all, man. Hey, make
It's
some
my
noise.
brothers, man.
Make some noise if you love your brothers. And it is cool. I saw Wale show some love to the album because people thought they had issues, and Wale was like, "No, that's my dog. Like we friends." So happy for him to have this moment. So I thought that was pretty cool. And the funny thing about Life Sentence, when I first heard that, I'm like, Wale would have killed this shit.
Yeah,
Wale would have went crazy.
Put Wale
Life
on the
Sentence.
remix.
Come on, man. He should have did the hook low key. I think Wale on that hook would have been fire.
Do y'all think J. Cole is selfish?
Actually, let's watch this. You got that Cameron clip I text you?
Yeah.
Do you have that loaded up?
Oh, wait.
I just texted to you just now.
In the chat?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, because I want to watch this clip and then we could ask this because I think this clip and the situation and how Cameron describes how it went and how it led to where it is now, where Cameron's suing J. Cole, I think it's interesting.
Oh, cool. Or was cool.
Oh, producer Nelson on the job. Are we already on screen?
We're on screen.
Okay. Hey. All right, here we go. Producer Nelson. What's up, Nelson? So this is Cameron talking about going into more details, I should say, and finally addressing why he is suing J. Cole.
Or was cool. This is exactly me and J. Cole are cool or was cool. This is exactly what happened. Being a man is keeping your word. And I know everybody's busy and everybody has things to do. But if I give you my word 4 or 5 times,
That's like a jump scare.
I got to do it. So on his first project he did, I did an intro for him. I did the record for him for his intro. I told him I may need a verse whenever I get a project done. He said, cool. He had another project. I did a record in 20 minutes. I knocked that shit out and went off about my business. I need a verse. I'm exaggerating, but he's like the shock rain right now. And, you know, the moon got aligned with the stars. And, you know, when I write, I put my all into it. Okay, let's put your all into it then. You know what I'm saying?
Rewind that real quick.
Call me twice.
Rewind that part real quick. Say, no, hold on. Oh, not the whole thing.
And, you know, when I write, I put my all into it. Okay, let's put your all into it then.
Let's go ahead, bro. Put your heart and soul into that feature then, bro. What the fuck we talking about?
You know what I'm saying? Give me that. Called me twice to do something, and I did it. One day you have 48 hours to do it. Then I knocked the other thing out as soon as I came to New York, because you ain't want to send me a record. You want to be in the studio with me. I knocked it out. Cool, you don't give me the record. Then I say, you know what? Forget the record. Let's do an interview. Bet I got you. I got a project coming out in June. Let's do it around there. Cool, June is coming. Oh, we pushed the album back. I don't want to just do an interview. All right, cool. Now we're going to do it in October. All right, I'll call you back in October. Yo, what's up? Oh, man, Keller, you say I tell you October, you call October, huh, nigga? Yeah, nigga. Yeah. So now this is when all the beef is going on with Kendrick Lamar. I can't do it now because I don't feel like talking about that right now. I said, look, I'll do the interview. I won't even bring that up. He says, nah, I can't do no interview and not talk about it. All right. Well, when can I
Can't
get the
do an
interview?
album either.
Yeah.
Yo, February, definitely. February, I'm dead ass on February. February come. Yo, what's up? Oh, shit. Yo, I'm still working, man.
Fuck this dude! Fuck you!
Yeah. So that's how we got to the situation. It seemed like from Cameron's perspective and how he was telling the story, like because it's not like he did another feature for Cole at some point before we got on Might Delete Later.
Yeah.
So he did 2 features for him at this point, and he still owed Cam a feature. And then when it was time to do the feature, he wasn't inspired, quote unquote. And then he's like, fuck it, just come on the podcast then, because I'm doing this now. Well, I don't want to talk about that right now because I don't have no album to talk about. Let's do it in this moment. Oh, well, now with the beats popping off, I don't want to talk about that. We won't talk about it then. Well, I can't do an interview and not talk about it. So, like, let's push it back. So he kept giving Cameron, like, the runaround.
Yeah, it does kind of feel like a bit shifty. And at the end of the day, when you give your word, you're supposed to keep your word.
Regardless of, like, the situation at hand. And it's like, you know what? I know you don't want to talk about it, the beef, especially when it happens, but it's like, your word's your word. And it's like Cameron's telling you, like, we're not going to talk about it. If people get mad that you don't address it, fuck them.
I mean, it's already up anyways, so it's like it don't matter what you do at that point.
COE, man. Like, people are going to watch the interview just to see you talk about it and then complain in the comments. That brings engagement to the content that, hey, why didn't you talk about this? Okay, well, if y'all want us to talk about it, we'll come back and talk about it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, there's opportunity to be present and do things that you can present it however you want. You're in control of your own narrative.
Had a whole second disc on his album just because of that whole situation. Didn't talk about it once.
At all.
At all. Had 2 discs. Didn't talk about it once the whole album. So it's just like going to be one of the things that's, I think the more you just like don't address it or just at least give your perspective on the situation at hand from your point of view, it's just always going to be a weird thing that hangs over your head. Especially if this is the final album that
What
we
if you
get.
got nothing to rap about it?
I mean, in terms of that situation?
Yeah.
I mean, talk about an interview then. Like,
I could see that, yeah, but that's what I think is gonna happen is like eventually he'll talk about it in an interview.
yeah.
So I expect some sort of interview soon to where he breaks it down, and I think that's the best thing he could do because if this is really the last album, how it'll be perceived in 5 years is different how it's being perceived now.
Yeah.
And it's so close to the beef and you know. Yeah.
That being fresh and all that. So, like, maybe 5-10 years removed from all of that situation, and this album can just stand in its own light.
Yeah, that still is always going to be in question because of how monumental it was. But I think we'll be able to shoot him a little bit more bail later.
Do you think that this was monumental?
This album?
No.
No. I think for J. Cole fans, it's monumental because it's the last J. Cole album. I think it's just an ode, sonically and production wise, to just everything we loved about J. Cole when he first came out and like what he's doing now. But yeah, what was the question again?
Is it monumental?
Oh, monumental.
The question before we played the Cameron clip was, do you think that this nigga J. Cole is selfish?
Oh, I mean, selfish. Why? I guess it depends on the situation he's in. So if it's like a Cameron situation, for example, right, where it's like I owe you a favor for a favor, you did your end of the deal, time for me to hold up my end. But every time it's time for me to hold up my end of the deal, it's like it's just the timing's not right. And so it's like, all right, I hit you for a feature. You said you like to be inspired when you record and write your verses. Was like, all right, motherfucker, get inspired and write this fucking verse for me. Like,
yeah,
let's not. You get your job.
Yeah,
like you're paid. You make too much money now as a rapper to like be like, I'm not inspired to like do this feature for you right now. It's like, well, are you doing anything?
Yeah,
like.
You got a bike to clean.
And then we're like, okay, come on my podcast. Well, like, I don't have an
What
album.
type of bikes do you ride?
Yeah, what
J.
type
Cole?
of bikes do you ride?
One thing that I put in the notes that we got a shared little doc that we got.
Yes.
My last thing was, what is this album about? And we got a comment earlier, kind of like expressing that as well. Like, what would be the central focus of this album? Because I feel like it's kind of like the same shit that I was kind of complaining about with Disc 2 Track 2.
Yeah, in terms of just being
selfish and being out of self, and the things that he's mentioning or focusing on are kind of like at the same place as they were pre-glow up, you know?
Yeah, and I think, and I do agree with that, because listening to this, I do think J. Cole's point of view is very limited. It's like, either about himself or where he's from. Yeah. And what they're going through, the trials and tribulations of growing up in Fayetteville, and what he went through, what everyone else goes through in the community, and what they're dealing with currently. And so it's like, okay, that's a great perspective to have. But 15 years in, like, that's still the only point of view you have. Yeah. Is like yourself, your career, your trajectory, your life, and what you're doing, and what's going on in your hometown, or what it was like growing up in your hometown. So it's like, okay, and now that it's full circle and this is the end, or this quote unquote allegedly the end, it's like that's really all you have to take away from J. Cole's career outside of For Your Eyes Only. That's about his friend and for his daughter that when he passed. But like other than that, his individual albums themselves are just about like him and Fayetteville. Yeah. And so I think for this album, what he wanted to do conceptually with like telling you where he was at 29 and where he's at 39 now, I don't think he exactly hit the mark with that. Yeah. And so I think that kind of does hurt the moment of it being like, you think monumental? Is that what you said? Yeah, I think that the concept not being fully executed to its full potential on the last album is what kind of hurts the monumental moment of the whole moment. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And I think selfishness could be framed in a different way as well. Like, the only features that he had were purely rhythmic. They were all for vocals.
Burna Boy, Future, Tim's.
I'm good on the Burna Boy shit, bro.
Erica.
Like, yeah, I don't know if I really needed that.
You could have used Tim's almost like on some, you don't got Ari Lennox on that side no more. You could have had Tim's on your side on some, let's boost this album to
its fullest potential.
Yeah, to its fullest potential, and y'all not even harmonizing together. It's like she got sent the beat or something like that, and then she got her little bit at the end.
This ain't no Luther for sure.
Literally,
for sure.
It ain't a Gloria.
It ain't a Gloria either.
It ain't a part 6. Like, bro, come on.
No JID on there.
Yeah, let me ask you
that. No Boss.
No, Boss was on there a few times. He did vocals.
Exactly.
Yeah,
that's what I'm saying. Selfish.
So let me ask y'all that.
Let another nigga rap.
Hold on. Do we need a JID feature on a J. Cole album though? He's already been on both of their. He's been on every album of every artist. He's been on Ari Lennox's albums. He's been on JID. He's been on Boz. Yeah. Those are bigger looks for them than them being on his album.
Is it? Wait.
Are you saying Are you saying from Cole's perspective or JID's
I think it is for them for their careers. I think them having a J. Cole feature on their projects is a bigger impact than them being on J. Cole's album.
Maybe
not when JID just put out a Grammy nominated album.
Yeah.
Like,
but he didn't need a Cole feature to do that.
Hey, that's what I'm saying. Yeah. That's like to that point. It's like it doesn't do him a favor to have Cole on the album per se.
But
I'm saying I think Cole benefits from having JID on one of these tracks.
Yeah, because even
Like,
even
maybe-
if I'm bowing out, let me show you what's next.
Yeah.
This my young nigga.
Yeah.
Financial freedom. This nigga selfish.
And if JID could meet him at any space, like he could meet him on some hype shit, he could meet him on some intellectual shit.
Yeah.
And the rapping is on par.
Yeah. Now, I
Like,
mean,
if anybody, JID, I think should be on the project.
but now,
Even
granted,
a Smino, bro.
Shit,
They
put
got hella
Omen, put
chemistry.
Omen on the project.
Omen?
I'm just Omen.
Omen. Omen.
I'm just kidding.
Man, what a name you just threw out there. Omen.
Yeah.
But all right, so one thing that I didn't notice about the album when it was released, that if you go to the album's page, it's not released under Dreamville. Like, Dreamville is no longer a thing, and if people missed it, JID kind of talked about it briefly when he was on the Joe Budden podcast about how Cole sold Dreamville to Interscope. But he did it in a way where all the artists that were on Dreamville, in JID's words, Cole set it up for them really well to where it's like they don't have to make music no more if they don't want to. Like, they're set up for life. Like,
Yeah.
Cole really looked out for all the artists on Dreamville. So I don't think Dreamville as a record label, quote unquote, is a thing anymore. So there's really no obligation to put your former artists that were on your old record label on your new album if you don't have that label no more.
There's no obligation to retire or to say that this is your last album if you clearly, it seems like he got more shit to say. That's how I felt about For Your Eyes Only.
Actually, yes.
The last song on For Your Eyes Only, I was like, okay, this nigga is about to go.
Yeah.
And it was the last song.
Yeah,
I'm
the
like,
outro, yeah.
shit.
And that's another thing. Like, I'm glad you brought up that point, because when you listen to this album, all 2 hours of it, it doesn't feel like this is it.
Yeah.
It didn't feel like it got the storybook ending to make you feel like this chapter is really close. Like the Weeknd's album did a great job of making it feel like this era saga of the Weeknd character is coming to an end, and now Abel Tesfaye is stepping into the light. This doesn't feel like that. It feels like we got another J. Cole album coming in like 2 years.
Yeah.
Yeah, or like there's some secret shit that we
don't know about
Yeah,
yet.
put out.
Like maybe Kill Edwards, the new alter ego he comes out with again.
Oh, no. That's like 3 albums ago, right?
Yeah,
Yeah,
KOD,
at this
yeah.
point. My thing is just like, okay, I saw this clip. I can't remember who it was. I was going to try to credit it and like do some quick research before the pod, but I saw this clip where I think it was a rapper. He was mentioning the dynamic of a rapper retiring, and it's not necessarily that they're retiring from music full stop. I think, and what the guy was expressing in the clip was, maybe they're just retiring from the hunger and the drive to be the best rapper, right?
Yeah.
There comes a certain point in which you have, like, it's almost like a plateau. It's like, what's next? Like a crossover record or something like that, where you can like get more fame or like have a, I don't know, a
Bigger
Despacito
streams
type shit, or like, you know, like a Blinding Lights type record. Like what is really next?
See You Again.
Yeah. So see you again. Oh my God. So what's next after that? I think that hunger dies, and I think that's a more interesting take in terms of retirement, because that doesn't really happen in other professions. Like a doctor retiring,
I mean,
he's not going to just practice medicine for fun.
I think sports is the closest thing
Yeah.
to that kind of retirement, because there's like, or you look at like Bud Crawford,
Yeah.
like he probably is still, you know, capable of going out there and fighting, but does he need to go out there and fight?
Exactly.
He's so accomplished already, and it's like, what's the risk of it?
Yeah.
He's a brain injury
Yeah.
at this point.
Yeah.
Another loss. And I
Yeah.
think it is kind of getting to that point with Cole, especially all the conversation around him and about him is like, do we even really want to hear more Cole? Like, as a people, it don't really seem like it.
I
Yeah,
want to
but-
hear more. I want to hear topical music that addresses things that we've seen in the last 10 or so years.
Yeah,
And that hasn't been the case for J. Cole in a while.
So it's like, knowing that, we just got to call a cow, you know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
Spade
So-
to spade.
Yeah, so it's like, if that's
This-
where he at, we just got to
If this is
accept it.
If this is what he's showing us 15 years later, and we're talking about how it's reminiscent of like the older days and like that older sound that he blew up off of, it's like, okay, maybe this is just who you are as an artist. Like, maybe this is the pocket you've always wanted to be in and comfortable in, and despite us like wanting more from you, you're just like, no, this is what I want to do. And so like, we can't expect him to like give us more if he never intended to do that.
That's why I kind of asked or posed the question earlier is, though, do you guys think that he just loved the naming and the branding behind this project? That, like, this has been cooking up. The J. Cole fans have been talking about the fall off and
Since KOD.
Since KOD.
Yeah.
Because of that that photo he took where it had the It's
all
a
the
Boy
albums.
and all that stuff.
Yeah.
We still ain't got It's a Boy.
Yeah, I forgot that was the one because like It's a Boy. It was supposed to be the off season and then
Yeah.
the fall off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, fall off, It's a Boy. No, off season, It's a Boy, fall off.
Yeah.
And instead we got Grippy.
I mean, I only hear it in spurts and feel it in spurts. Like the single is like that's kind of a good
I thought it was gonna be
way
like
to
that.
encompass it. It's like, oh, I'm just rapping my career backwards.
Yeah.
Like let me start at the end.
Yeah,
You
and
know?
I thought maybe he was gonna pick it up after that and go into the rest of the disc of like talking from the beginning or whatever. Yeah,
But I don't know.
I think to go back to my selfishness point, I think that the artists that he's aligned himself with over the past would benefit a lot more, and this may be been a momentous occasion to basically kind of see his life's work all in one little situation. Like,
Yeah.
you can't tell me that 10 years ago when you were 29 that you don't have a different perspective now that you were that mogul and you mentioned about the slave deal, but then you made it a way to where you didn't have to put people in that position and you benefited from everybody's success and everybody was happy. I feel like that's a interesting point to tell as opposed to just saying, oh, I did it, that's it.
yeah,
But it's like, imagine you telling that story, but then also using those people that were a part of that as well.
yeah. Or like maybe talk about like how where Dreamville was at as a record label when you were 29, and then like
Exactly.
now where it's at now. Like I
Yeah.
just sold the label to Interscope, set up everybody in the deal. Like you know
Yeah.
something along the lines of that to kind of
Yeah.
just show you like this is the journey from where it was 10 years ago, where it's at now.
Yeah,
And
but
I just didn't get none of that. And like I said early on, like disc one, it's supposed to be him 10 years ago at
Yeah.
29, but some of the songs feel like you're talking about you right now.
yeah,
And so that makes the line and the concept very blurry between the two discs of like what are you trying to tell with each disc, and are you actually doing that? Because I feel kind of confused.
fan favorite of the pod says, do y'all think he did better on Birthday Blizzard or this project?
Well, I think this project for sure because
Yeah.
there's more sample size.
And I think that this project is more polished. I like the production. I think that J. Cole sounds good. Like it's recorded very well. There are some sound effects moments where he's what was that song? Oh my goodness. Where he kind of starts rapping aggressively over and over again. Like he says the
Oh, is
same
that
thing.
is that Poor Thing? Punk Bitch?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, that was Poor Thing.
Yeah. I like that part. I
Yeah.
like that. So those are moments that can't really be captured on a mixtape thing where he's just trying to tide us over for the main course.
Yeah.
So I would say this, but yeah, I would say this. This
Okay.
one. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think definitely this. What I was hoping from this project was like more of a cohesive story, some storytelling. I already know like the rapping is gonna be dope.
Yeah,
and it's
so
gonna
it's
be
like-
good rapping.
How are you gonna tie it together every in other ways?
Yeah, really, just I wanted a cohesive story, you know,
Mm-hmm.
and I don't know if I really got that. I got it scattered
We
throughout
got
the piece.
what the man Trump say? I have concepts of a plan.
That nigga said, I'm getting it done in 24 hours. I didn't say which 24 hours.
Yeah, like I
damn.
think that when I think like the concepts of a plan quote, like I think about this album's like there's concepts of an album here,
Or idea.
idea,
The album's here.
yeah.
There's
con-
concepts
of an idea,
Yeah, of an
here
idea.
with this album that I think he just missed the mark on a little bit. But when I'm looking at the track list now, like there's not any song I would say like I don't need. There's no Photograph on here. There's no Wet Dreams on here. So I think that's a great thing. But for the final,
Doesn't he mention about
He
the...
kind of touches on
He
that.
touched about Wet Dreams. It's like, damn, am I repeating myself too much?
Yeah,
he said that.
he like acknowledges it.
yeah,
I like that,
But
though.
that's
I fuck with shit like that.
Yeah.
And
it's a good callback.
yeah, I think that's where we kind of missing the mark. Everyone needed him to talk about the shit that was happening.
Yeah, and because like if you're getting to the point in your career, especially on the last album, where it's like, oh, you talking about, am I repeating myself again, or am I saying this again? And it's like, yeah, because we've heard you say this story before.
And I think being like him addressing the shit that's happening in a vulnerable way, we connect with it more.
Yeah,
But there are things that we definitely can't connect to on this album, especially like life sentences or any of the moments where he's like talking from the perspective of his homie or like, you know, people we grew up with. Like, yeah, people are gonna connect with those, but man, we all been watching you very closely for like the past 5 years. So
yeah. Was kind of hoping to hear more of that perspective.
yeah.
So, with that being said, and if this is the final J. Cole album that he rides off into the sunset with,
I'm still hungry, man.
What's J. Cole's legacy look like overall if this is the final hurrah to you guys? Like, how would you sum up his legacy? Was it one that you think was fulfilled? The potential that you heard early on, you think he lived up to it? Did he do everything you thought he would do? Did he do more? Did he underperform? What do you guys think?
I think there were certain moments that happened throughout his career that I was like, oh, I never expected it to take this turn, especially like with the beef shit. Even the shit with No Name, where I was like, yeah, like that was kind of odd. Ultimately, I would say it's like kind of where I expected.
The Diggy Simmons era.
Because like even
Had a whole, had
it
a
was
whole
really
sit-down
up
with-
until the
Lil Pump.
past couple years that, you know, we was questioning Cole being in the big three or in the top five
It
conversation.
was never actually
So-
a question in whether his position was
Yeah,
in there
so
early on.
I will say like he held it down for like a really long time, but I think we did. After a while, we just really got nitpicky with Cole, rightfully so though.
Yeah.
like not to, you know, absolve him really.
of his
but
faults.
Yeah, we
as an
just
artist.
got real.
I think
Like, all right, bro.
The standards were getting right. I think the standards just got raised over the years.
Yeah.
Especially if we're holding you to a certain tier of artists that you are part of, and these are the best of the best. You're in this big three category. We're seeing what they're doing, and then we're seeing what you're doing, and it's like each project they're dropping, they're raising the bar creatively, not only for themselves but for the genre. Like they're boundary pushers, and they're raising the bar every time they drop an album. So when you drop an album, it doesn't quite feel the same. It seems like you're trying to reach the bar that they're setting, and you're not setting the bar to a new height yourself.
And I think that he was so good at staying within his lane, and his lane start taking up more and more space within these hip hop conversations, within the, oh, J. Cole is definitely top 10. Oh, now J. Cole is definitely top 5.
Yeah.
Now there's no discussion because his road has paved for so long that you can't even ignore it anymore. And I think those conversations kind of took an exit in 2024.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
So,
And
if I to answer your question though, did I think he fulfilled his? What can you
His
pose the
potential?
question again? 1,000% he fulfilled his potential. Nigga became a boss and was signing niggas, and you know he fulfilled the trajectory of a rapper. He did the braggadocious shit. He did the melodic shit. He did the conscious shit. He did the self-reflective shit. But at some point, I feel like you got to push it. You got to push the needle. You have to, I don't know, read more, experience more.
hit that message real quick. Where that at?
Hold on, where is it?
Where's it at? Message.
Message, where is it at? Or is it
Message.
Okay. Fucked up the whole message.
Yeah.
Looking for
Looking
it.
for the message.
Yeah, look, am I J. Cole?
Yeah.
No, yeah, I just think that you can't, in the grand scheme of things, he really didn't do anything wrong. He did what he wanted to do, and he did it his way.
And there's really nothing at the end of the day when it's all said and done. As the person in charge of your own career, you as the artist, like that's all you can ask for when
Yeah.
it's all said and done. The lights go down, like you did what you wanted to do, and you had success doing it. And I
Yeah.
think that's for being somebody that called on the J. Cole during the warm up and like seeing him struggle early on trying to get his debut album out because they couldn't find the right single. Like Who Dat was the first one,
Yeah.
but it didn't take off, so they shelved the album even longer. And they're
Yeah.
like, we need a single, we need a hit, and then that's when you get a workout. And the thing about Workout is like
people hated him.
People
for
hated
Workout
Workout when it first came out.
And the Beyond, but I like the Workout song.
And the thing is, the funny thing about the Workout song is that when it first came out, it didn't do shit. And then they had to roll out the Can't Get Enough single for it to kind of help get something going. Then the album came out, right?
But they also did the Beyonce
Party remix.
Yeah.
But that wasn't a great feature. But the cool thing about the Workout song is that when the album came out itself, the song caught more momentum then. People actually started to enjoy it a lot more. And I thought that was pretty cool. And so, like, just seeing him go through that trouble and him talking about that, and then Born Sinner comes out and people are doubting him in regards to going against Kanye and Mac Miller, and then he comes out on top with the #1. People were saying he's boring, he's sleepy, goes platinum with no features in 2015, drops a surprise album. Like, seeing him have all these moments as an artist and just seeing him grow bigger with each moment and each project and him level up his artistry, like, it was really fun to see in real time, like, while it was happening, because, you know, during that time, like, his sound was still what was still one of the sounds of the current hip-hop landscape. Now I feel like with his sound, it's like only just him doing it now. And other artists that were his peers are like now doing new sounds and new genre, like expanding their sounds essentially and growing as an artist.
Yeah. I mean, you summed it up better. I feel like if I keep talking, it's not going to like
make sense. Yeah.
Shawty said, I want to hear J. Cole call somebody a bitch and really mean it.
I mean, that's what Poor Thing was. Like, you just don't know who the guy was. That's why it's not hidden like that. But that's also the irony. Also the irony.
J. Cole punches down, or what we perceive as down. He doesn't really. And the one time that he tried to punch up, he didn't even believe in himself to do it.
He had to apologize for doing it.
He had to pull it.
Actually, you know what? That's a good segue. Fuck the big three. Let's talk about the real one.
Yeah.
Let's talk about the one. Let's talk about the one.
Yeah.
The chosen one. Once again, man, Big Kendrick Lamar pulled up back-to-back. I like that record. On the Grammys. Back-to-back years. Clean that bitch out for another 5 Grammy sweep. Once again, man, run it up. Kendrick Lamar swept the Grammys damn near. Took home 5 Grammys, man. How do we feel about just Kendrick winning 5 Grammys back-to-back years?
You know,
how crazy is that?
I fuck with K-Dot, so I'm
more
happy.
Grammys.
Yeah, I feel like he's one of the ones that he's gonna shatter that record.
No, he already did. So when the night was over, he won 20. His total Grammy amount after the night was over was 27, making him the most Grammy-winning rapper ever.
Yeah.
27, and we still got more Kendrick. I feel like we still got at least 2
I think
to
he's
3
just
more
getting
albums.
started, bro.
Yeah,
or not. Let me not say just getting started, but he definitely is moving at a high level still.
yeah. Like foot on the gas, belt to ass.
Yeah.
Ran it up. 5 Grammys, man. Took it home. 1 GNX Rap Album of the Year. Now I ain't gonna lie. Before the Grammys hit, I started listening to GNX a lot more to kind of just get refreshed on GNX and reset. You know, kind of get ready for the Grammys and see how it looks.
That's me.
Okay, bet. And when I listen to GNX again, man, it really is like, I love the Clips album, but I just think GNX just provides a different kind of space sonically. And like Kendrick, you know, Kendrick's such an elite artist that it just really feels like you can't get this kind of album anywhere else. Like, no matter what West Coast artist tries to make a GNX rap album, like, it's just not gonna be this. Like, they're not gonna hit the mark.
No, it definitely is a magnificent album, and it delivers on all counts of being a true West Coast hip hop album, having the smash singles, and just having some really dope concepts. We got Man on the Garden, we got
Luther,
Reincarnated. You know, some really dope.
The Hard
shit
Part
on
6.
there. Yeah, the Hard Part 6. Gloria. It's really a perfect album.
Dodger Blue.
Man, you
fly
know,
in this bitch.
All right, we just gonna name the whole album, but
Album
GNX?
of the year.
Yeah.
I see, and that's kind of where I feel a little weird because I wanted the Clips to win. I wanted Kendrick to win Album of the Year for GNX, and I do think ultimately the Grammys made the right decision in choosing Bad Bunny.
Yeah,
but I wanted that
moment for Kendrick, yeah.
And I also wanted the Clips to win Rap Album of the Year because I felt like the run was just too great. It's too perfect.
Hey, man, run the
And
tape
the
back. I
timing
said
of
that
it-
they were going to get Rap Performance. Run the tape back.
Hey, drop a
I
bomb
said
for
that-
yourself,
hey,
Nelson.
hold on, Where's that? Where's that? Look,
What's up, Nelson?
that's my bomb.
There we go.
I mean, I think we were pretty accurate as far as like our guesses.
Yeah, because I think we did pick Chains and Whips to win performance. I believe I think that was the
Y'all said
performance
Rap
category.
album.
Well, no, because Chains and Whips was nominated for a whole nother category.
Okay.
And that was the song that Clips and Kendrick did together that was nominated, I think, for Best Rap Performance.
Yeah.
Which they won together. So I was cool that was the Clips' only Grammy, and that does suck that they only took one home, but it's cool that they did get a Grammy, and they took it home for Chains and Whips, which is a very deep album cut hip-hop record.
Yeah.
And Kendrick's on it. So they got the win one together, which I thought was really dope. But, I mean,
Black
honestly,
people stand up.
Huh?
I said black people stand up.
Drop a bomb for that. Hold on. Boom, bitch. But, honestly, though, as much as I wanted the Clips to win, and, I saw the homie Low Key talk about this a little bit on Apple Music in the Rap Life review about how, the Clips' moment itself and just impacting the culture and then being a legacy act, but still sounding fresh and brand new and making a moment like this 15 years later after taking a huge hiatus. Like, he said, I kind of felt like that album, so like God Sort Him Out, should have got that nod just off of that alone. But I'm like, damn, everything you talking about in regards to this album, you can apply to G-Next.
Yeah.
Like, and that's the thing. To me, there's really not a bad choice between the two of G-Next and Let God Sort Him Out. Either or, for me, you could have won that and I would have been happy.
I definitely didn't realize how conflicted I was until I found out GNX won.
Yeah, that's when I was like,
you know what I mean? I was like, oh, damn.
That should have been Clips.
I was on the right side of history.
But I'm not gonna lie to y'all though. I do listen to GNX more. Like
Yeah.
GNX was in my top listens like 2 years in a row.
Yeah,
Like it still hit.
I ain't gonna lie. So I've been playing a lot this week just because they won the Grammy and won Rap Album of the Year. So I've been just getting reacquainted with it, man. Like, hey now, say now, like, like come on, listen, like, ain't no hey now on the Clips album, man. As much as I love that shit,
Bro, my boy Make says GNX is a good album. I need his next project to be able to stand up against Good Kid, Mad City, Damn, and Sippin' Butterfly. And my question is,
like,
how doesn't it not?
I think they all stand out in their own right. I think GNX is really cool because it's kind of concise.
Mm-hmm.
I think there's genius in simplicity, and he gives us all of the things. Like he gives us hits, he gives us a deep concept. There may not be like a skit throughout the whole project like we got
like
with
a
Good
grand
Kid, Mad
concept,
City,
or
but,
like in the Damn, where it's like we're hitting all these religious themes or emotions.
yeah. But at the end of the day, it's some West Coast shit.
And that's the story. That's the story of the album.
Yeah, and that's like and that's the story of how it's presented and how it was rolled out. Like I just watched the Squabble Up video earlier today. Like culture, all of the whole video is black culture, West Coast culture, like gang culture, all of that.
Latino culture.
Latino culture. Like he showcases every part of the West, and that's dope.
And that was the point of the Pop Out show too, like showcasing all those different artists.
Watch the Not Like Us video.
They all there.
The whole hood is there. The whole hood is rapping the shit.
Brandon T. Marshall was there
And-
too.
Look, bro,
And
this shit
he was
crazy.
trying to get in the video, bro. The Smack was like, "Them motherfuckers kept bothering us and shit." Like,
He said this nigga squeezed past everybody throwing bows just to get in this one little shot.
right? And it's like that one shot in the video where it's like hella pixely.
Yeah.
You can't even see nobody in the back. And I think it's really dope because when you look at last year's Grammys, he sweeps it with Not Like Us.
Yeah.
Just Not Like Us, which was like a moment that turned into like a moment for the West Coast with that anthem and that song. And then you get GNX off of that moment a year later, same thing, 5 Grammys again, this time for everything GNX.
Yeah.
And like I just think that kind of adds to more of like just like the moment for the West Coast. Like you ran it up last year off this moment, Not Like Us, that turned into a West Coast anthem for all of y'all. And then you made GNX, which became a West Coast anthem classic for y'all.
Yeah.
And now it's getting more like Grammys and more recognition, more awards. So it's just elevating to this whole moment that Kendrick has created with California with this whole Not Like Us GNX movement that he's been on.
Yeah, it was really a tough call for Rap Album of the Year, but ultimately, like this is an acceptable choice.
Yeah, like, I'm
it could only be one of or the two.
Like, I walked in with a therapeutic flow.
Yeah, it's
let
really,
a few hundred up. Let them go.
that shit
let 'em
still
go.
bang, like-
You know what I'm saying? Like, it's like that. And I will say, because the Clips performed at the Grammys, they did with Pharrell, they did So Far Ahead, which I thought was like an interesting choice.
It was a weird choice.
Yeah, because that's not the best song on that album. Like y'all could
So be it.
You could so be it was right there, or even do Birds Don't Sing if you really want to like tug the strings at the Grammys. But
I think the Vatican was like there. That was the moment.
That was their Grammys.
Yeah.
for that song. But I think, man, I do some street shit.
yeah, it's like turn it
do
up at the
FICO
Grammys.
or like do
FICO.
Chandeliers or something.
Bring
like.
Stove God out.
Yeah, bring Stove God out there.
You
They
don't know
They
what
kind of
I
put him at the end though.
Oh.
They like it's like I don't know. It's like squeezed in.
Well, I don't know that.
All taken. he's trying to pause me there. All taken.
Oh, actually,
Or no, do POV. Fuck it.
Yeah.
Tyler
right there in the
Tyler
crowd.
is the best. Was like probably the best performance at the Grammys this year. Hey man, the D'Angelo tribute is dope. We
Yeah.
have critiques about that. But,
Andre has critiques about that. Andre was like, "There's a fucking Royal Rumble in that tribute."
but no, I think
And the
POV
next
would've
fighter
been-
is
Yeah, every 30 seconds, a new artist was on the stage.
POV would have rang off.
That
for
shit
sure.
would have. And actually, to add more onto like how GNX, not like us, just grew into a West Coast moment. This also allowed people like Peso, Hitman J3, Young Threat, and
the singer, the Hispanic singer.
She
She got her first Grammy of her career.
yeah.
On this project, so
All-
it's like
all West Coast
unifying
artists.
everything, bro.
Yeah, Wale Sensei, Roddy Ricch, like everybody from the West Coast that was on this album, they're all West Coast people, all West Coast artists, and this was their first time being on a big project like this. I mean, Kendrick Lamar, not many artists right now that can be bigger than him. So you ended up on this huge album that's part of this huge moment. It gets a Grammy. So now hit a man J3, hit a J3, Young Threat, Peso, AZ Chike,
Now
Dodie 6.
Listen to how many names you're listing off. I'm
Dodie
gonna just
Six-
say this: selfish. You know what I'm saying?
Lefty Gunplay.
Love yours, motherfucker. Love yours.
I hate that song, but
But like, yeah, it's just cool to just say like these names and these artists from the West Coast that are on the come up or have been artists in the West Coast making noise for 10 years. Like, cause Hit a J3, somebody that grew up with Kendrick.
Yep.
And so for him to be
Soundwave.
Soundwave, bro,
Like
like for them
Soundwave.
to be in the very beginning and be a part of this journey from the start, or like they on their own come up and Kendrick acknowledge them and gives them a look on his album like during this time in their careers and they get a Grammy off it, like that's just beautiful.
Come on, man.
Like the whole West Coast one with this whole moment Kendrick's been having. So it's just great to see. Like I'm not surprised GNX ran it up. It should have, but it would have been cool to see the Clips also get that moment. But I'm glad Chains and Whips got recognition.
There was a lot of discourse around using that line from Drake where Kendrick just opened his mouth.
Someone gonna hand him a Grammy right now. Where the bomb at? Drop a bomb right now. Like,
No, but people are using that line to kind of discredit the work. And I think something that Kendrick Lamar has always done has been very topical and been present in moments and been able to see, feel, and then show. Yeah. So I have a clip from your boy Curtis King.
Curtis King.
Curtis King. And I want to put this on screen. This is from Nina Simone, pardon me.
An artist's duty, as far as I'm concerned, is to reflect the times. I think that is true of painters, sculptors, poets, musicians. As far as I'm concerned, it's their choice. But I choose to reflect the times and the situations in which I find myself. That, to me, is my duty. And at this crucial time in our lives, when everything is so desperate, when every day is a matter of survival, I don't think you can help but be involved. Young people, black and white, know this. That's why they're so involved in politics. We will shape and mold this country, or it will not be molded and shaped at all anymore.
Message.
So I don't think you have a choice. How can you be an artist and not reflect the times? An artist's duty is...
Nah, she was cooking. That's exactly the point, because a lot of artistry, especially early on in the history of a lot of these different genres of music or just artistry in general, a lot of it was counterculture for a reason, because like it reflected like the voice of the people that felt like they didn't have a voice in society at the time. So like, yeah, I totally agree with that. And like with somebody like Kendrick, you hear that with all his albums. Like, you know, if there's something going on, Kendrick will address it in some way, shape, or form. And there's other artists in the genre, Black Thought, you know what I'm saying?
Even Tyler.
Tyler.
He said, am I doing enough or not doing enough?
Yeah.
Come on, man.
And like, you know, I think also like when artists do that and they talk about the times and what's going on in the world and what's happening in their communities, I think that allows them to also just remain in touch with reality.
Yeah.
Because a lot of times, like if you don't address what's happening in reality in the world outside of your celebrity status world or your fame world, it's like you lose touch with the people, and then you lose touch with reality. So now it's hard to connect with them again. And I think that's something that J. Cole's always done a good job at, or even Kendrick's, like remaining in touch with like where they're from, their people, their community. Like every Christmas, Kendrick's at the TDE Christmas giveaway.
Yeah.
Or, like,
Keep it regular. You know?
like just remain
it
one
real.
with your peoples. Like, don't allow yourself to get too lost in the world or too lost in the sauce, because then you lose touch reality, and then it starts to show in your art.
Yes.
Yeah, so I definitely fuck with that.
Yes.
Shout out to Miss Nina Simone.
Man.
Do y'all want to talk about Lil Wayne's tweet about the Grammys?
Hold up, I do want to
don't.
point out a few winners.
Yeah.
That I fucked with. Olivia Dean.
Olivia
Olivia-
Dean!
Hey,
Hey!
We caught that one. She won Best New Album.
Come
my-
be the man I need.
Leave my
Yep.
baby alone. Y'all been bullying her on the internet. Y'all need to relax.
Who's bullying who?
Hey,
They
whoever's
bullied
doing
Olivia
that,
Dean.
cut
On
that
what?
shit out.
It
It don't matter. Whatever y'all saying is
Stop.
irrelevant.
Man.
Hit the gunshot, Andre.
Man, I don't care if I heard it on TikTok. I like it.
Best dance electric album, FKA Twigs.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
And Sexual. Shout out FKA Twigs. We fuck with FKA Twigs.
Yes.
You feel me? Turnstile, best metal performance.
Hey, he got COVID at a
Bird.
Turnstile concert.
I did. It was fucked up. It sucked.
Mid-show, he was.
Hey, but shout out Jersey Shore. Got me through. Don't
Got
ask
the
me
instant
how.
COVID.
Hey,
Immediately. Hey, look, I was so soaked. By the end of it, we was outside. I was like, oh, man, I don't know if this sweat, water, spit.
Am I hot or cold?
Yeah, like I got the chills outside
I'm
all of a
cooked.
sudden.
I was cooked.
was
Rock
winter.
album, Turnstile again, Never Enough.
Drop another one.
Kaylani, best R&B performance. Folded. We called that one. Best traditional R&B performance. Leon Thomas, Vibes Don't Lie. Best R&B song, Kaylani again, Folded. I'm not gonna read all the names, but y'all know who y'all are. You know what I'm saying?
Shout out to y'all. Shout out to the writers.
Leon.
Yup. Best R&B album, Mutt. Seen it coming.
Hey, Freddie Gibbs got a fucking Grammy. Freddie Gibbs, shout out to Freddie Gibbs, man. Hey, he said the second guy in Gary to get a Grammy outside of Mike.
Hey,
Talk about it. One more.
Now you got to pass out the chicken like Mike did.
He said, fuck, the glove came out the window. Oh, start throwing chicken like, the fuck, Mike?
How do we know that was Mike?
All right, best jazz
Freddie Gibbs wouldn't lie to
performance.
us.
Okay, you're right.
Chick Corea, Christian McBride, Brian Blade. That's for my jazz homies. They know who they are. You know what I'm saying? We fuck with Chick Corea, but
Kansas City, shout out to Vine.
shit, that's pretty much all I got. You know what I'm saying?
Man,
You know
shout out
what I'm
Bad
saying?
Bunny, man.
You know what I'm saying? Like, honestly, yeah.
not even on that. Much respect to Bad Bunny. We excited to see your performance,
Man,
bro.
Yeah.
me and Sebastian streamed the Broderick show last night when the DJs, I think they went back to back on some Bad Bunny shit.
Yeah.
And, bro,
That shit rung off.
Sebastian was going bar for bar. He was like, it's crazy, man. I know this whole song. I'm like,
And you know what's funny?
I can hear him say it like, "Hey, man."
I love this song.
So calmly, too. Man, I love this song. Sebastian don't be on none of that shit when he hanging out with us.
Hey, he do.
Hey, the funny thing is,
He's like, you want to go to Lotus? I'm like, no, Joe. No, I don't.
Not me, Sebastian.
Yeah, no.
Sebastian goes to Lotus.
Sebastian goes to
Sebastian
Lotus.
be low key turned up.
No,
when
for
he not
real.
with us. Nah, it'd be funny whenever I DJ at like Saber events or something, or like he'll pull up to like a Yadda Yadda event I'm DJing at, and like I'll have some Shoreline Mafia in there, and like the next time I see him, I'm like, yo, bro, how was the set? What do you think about it? He goes, oh, it was really good, man. Like, especially when you start playing that Shoreline Mafia, I start getting into it. I was like, hold on, bro, you fuck with Shoreline? He goes, yeah, bro, I love that shit. I'm like, all right, hold on, Sebastian,
Man,
big Sebastian, but yeah.
big S's in the chat.
Big S is in the chat, man. Make sure y'all like, subscribe, and comment if you haven't already. Do we want to talk about the Lil Wayne tweet?
Man, let's talk about it.
Let's run it up real quick, Wayne. Wheezy F baby. Please say the baby.
Hey, now if he was talking about being in the Grammys on some legacy shit, I kind of see it, but also that what was it, Carter 6?
Carter. Hold on, let's look
Carter
at that.
shit.
We forgot
Carter
that.
shit. Aha! Where's the done? Well, I know we got some sound effect for that.
What's up, Nelson?
Man,
There we go.
I hope it was more on a legacy thing, but with Wayne is kind of inconsistent when it comes to like performances. We haven't got a really fire ass Wayne album since the Carter 3.
You said performances. You didn't see what he did at Clash of Clans?
Oh my gosh, bro. Is that in the game? That's the game, right?
Yeah.
Nah.
You
Yeah,
didn't
he
see
did.
that?
He did like a live concert in Clash of Games, like Playboy Cardi.
Travis
Scott did.
Travis
in Fortnite.
Scott fucked up the whole game with that virtual Fortnite shit.
And
I mean,
motherfuckers
that was dope.
that was cool. And you also got to
But now it's
remember
getting-
that was also during the pandemic, so we were all in the house.
Yeah.
So like that's why that worked. Like that shit doesn't work when we're all outside. Like I'm going,
I'm not about to download Fortnite to see
Or
your
Clash of
concert.
Clans,
Yeah.
man.
yeah, like what the fuck? And why the fuck is Lil Wayne in Clash of Clans? I know he don't play that.
Did y'all hear that J. Cole's doing a collab with McDonald's? It's the first time ever they're going to have a plain burger.
All right, dog. All right.
The Carter 6.
So anyway, yeah, let's talk about the Carter 6 real
Bro, the
quick.
company man tweeted that shit. I'm like, bro, you fucking crazy. All right,
Hey,
go ahead. What did Lil Wayne say verbatim?
Where's
You
that?
got the tweet.
Let me find the tweet real quick. All right, damn, I did not expect you to put me on the spot like this. Let me see if I can find it on his.
See how hard it is
Let's see. Hold
to
on.
be put on the spot, Joe?
Usually we're ready for this.
Yeah.
I should have had this ready though. That is on me. Here we go. Right here, I found it.
Oh, you got it?
I got it. All right.
I got it. You
Oh,
got
wait, it's
it.
Lindsay. Here we go. Oh yeah. So this was the night of the Grammys or night after. Lil Wayne tweets out,
I think
"Congrats."
it's the night of.
Yes, the night of. Congrats to the nominees and winners. Wasn't included, as usual. I gotta work harder, as usual. One time for my slime Bill Belly, who also didn't make it to the NFL Hall of Fame this last week neither.
That was kind of crazy.
That's kind of crazy,
I
but
thot he was talking about Billie Eilish.
No,
no, you're talking about Bill Belichick.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
As a Packers fan of all fans.
yeah, a random Packers fan of all fans, but yeah, I just need Lil Wayne to shut the fuck up. I need everybody from Young Money to shut the fuck up at this point.
Yeah, I mean,
Because there's no way you could look at Carter 6 and be like, man, how was this not nominated for a
Peanuts to
Grammy?
an elephant?
he
Come on,
he
man.
wasn't supposed to be in the Grammys
Nothing.
this year.
Yeah.
I hope he wasn't even brought up by the Academy.
What Grammys did Wayne win for?
Did he probably won a few during the Carter 3 era. Let's see. Good thing we got our laptops.
Yeah.
It's crazy. Everybody has a laptop.
Okay, so he won in 2017 Best Rap Performance.
Fuck
For
was
what
that?
song? Does it say?
It don't even say.
Yeah, it's not even saying it.
Is that Mona Lisa? Could be.
Let's see. Let me see.
You find it?
Nah, not yet.
Hell no, it's not.
Mona Lisa?
That was a good song.
I was. Lil Wayne's got 5. Let's see.
He's got 5 of them. I'm just trying to see what he won for, though.
Yeah. It's not saying. But he won Best Rap Album, Rap Song, Rap Performance by a Duo, and Rap Solo Performance. He's got 5.
It's not saying the songs.
Nah, that's the crazy part. I'm like, what the fuck did he win in 2017? Oh, here we go, right here. I got on the Grammys. So he's got 28 nominations. He got nominated for Sticky last year. That was his most recent nomination. Let's see.
I think you got to click the tab.
What tab?
Go up.
We're going to get to the bottom of this. Oh, view all nominated. Here we go, right here. Boom. Okay. Sticky. All right, 65th. Got nominated for God Did. No wins there. All right, he got a win for No Problem. Chance the Rapper, 2017. Best rap song. Or best rap performance. Okay, so we got that one. Let's
He
see.
won Best Rap Album in 2009.
For the Carter 3.
It's got to be the Carter 3. Because that's the one where, like, Wayne definitely
Was just him.
earned it. Yeah.
Yeah, that was him. So, yes, he won Best Rap Album for Carter 3. Also won Best Rap Song for Lollipop that year. And also won Best Rap Performance by a duo or group, Swagger Like Us. And then also won Best Rap Solo
Okay,
Performance
so
for Millie.
I remember the Millie one.
Yeah.
Oh, all right. That's about right. That was
Yeah.
the last time that
Wayne was hot.
Wayne did some Grammy-worthy shit. So it's like,
If you're not doing that right now,
I feel you. Work harder.
as usual. As usual.
But
As
I don't know.
Hey,
At this point, we done got 2 more additions to the Carter series that we really could have maybe done without.
We didn't need this.
we didn't need anything after 3 when guarding the Carter 3.
Stop putting
No,
stop
4
putting out Carters, bro.
I mean, there's some songs on 4 I'm like,
Come on, man. You can't do.
I don't-
There are some
4
people.
was cool.
Yeah, there are some people who look at 4 as their Lil Wayne like meter.
that's the
Niggas that didn't.
I don't know if y'all not measuring shit by the Carter 3
2.
or the Carter 2. Like, really, it's the Carter 2.
really.
I'm saying these young niggas don't.
Yeah.
That's why
These
they
young niggas didn't even know who
that's
Wale
why they
was.
don't that's why they don't like Wayne the way they should, because they Carter 4 is the standard for them. Like, no, it's Carter 2, 3 in the mixtapes. But hey, man, shout out to Kendrick Lamar. You know, I guess it's hard work. Let Lil Wayne down once again.
I'm a Wayne fan, but Wayne, come on, bro.
Like, let's be realistic.
And I don't know what Wayne's gonna talk about to where it's like gonna get us all. Maybe he got to do a joint album with Eminem.
Drop the World, the album.
Yeah.
Actually, speaking of someone that is working hard and making it happen at their old age, T.I., your cousin Cliff.
Yeah.
Back up in the media, the music world after doing comedy and abruptly canceling his tour. Hop back out with a new album. Got a new haircut. Got a new album. New single out with Pharrell called "Let Him Know."
He's back from the midlife crisis.
Yeah.
He's back.
Cut his hair. Got the fresh cut again. That T.I. cut. Yeah. Pop back out with a new single, "Let Him Know," produced by Pharrell, which is going to be the first single off his upcoming album, his last album, "Kill the King." Now, during his press run, obviously, "Let Him Know" by Pharrell, or T.I. produced by Pharrell, it's actually been going up. Been making waves on radio. Yeah. We've been playing on Hot 103 Jams. People have been raving about it, especially for T.I. Because T.I. to me is one of them artists that he's just naturally a great rapper. And he's one of the people that's always going to be a great rapper if he's motivated and inspired. And it seemed like he just really got a big inspiration because he's on some his, like, I'm older now, like all that ego, King of the South shit, like, I don't need that no more. I don't want that. Like, I'm killing the ego, killing the king.
That's a good. I like where it's headed. It is probably time to. Well, I guess he's doing it all.
Yeah, he's really.
I'm excited for the new T.I. shit. I don't really have no critiques.
Nah,
the single is dope.
"Let Him Know" sounds great, and like the pocket, he sounded fresh. He sounded energized, rejuvenated. Like Pharrell gave him a nice beat. Like T.I. got his shit off, and like it's like, okay, you still got it. So it makes me excited for this to be your last album. Like, let me ask y'all this, just off what "Let Him Know."
Yeah.
Do y'all think T.I. could put out a better final album than J. Cole? Looking at you, Andre. What's up, Nelso?
I don't know, man.
I'm not gonna answer that question.
Yeah, I don't know,
I'm gonna plead the fifth on that one.
They already don't like me, bro.
That's all. Remember, you're the dude.
Yeah, I am the dude.
You're the dude.
I'm the dude.
I will say, like,
did T.I. get you more excited for his final album than the Diss 2 Track 2 did for the Fall Off, or have you always been excited for the Fall Off? Since it's something we've known about for some years.
I got more excited in recent years.
Yeah.
But I kind of feel like maybe Wayne should be putting out his last album.
Side character.
Yeah, like,
actually Wayne need to put out his last album. Fuck T.I. and J. Cole. Wayne need to get out of here.
I mean, I think T.I. put out a dope record.
Nah, he seems like in a great space creatively, and probably the best, most inspired space creatively he's been in a while. Yeah. In terms of like later years of his career. So I think this is really gonna be like a good hurrah last. This is it.
Favorite T.I. album?
Urban Legend.
Yeah. You don't have one?
That's why I'm out of this.
Man, mine is Paper Trail.
Paper Trail was fun. I like it. I'm illy.
Yeah.
What a way to start that album.
The first 3 songs, bro, just spazzing.
Set the tone.
Yeah.
In a big way. Plus, Dead and Gone was on that album. I think.
Yeah.
Was Live Your Life on there too?
Yep. Live Your Life.
Hey.
That was like.
That's a cool one.
I think that's kind of peak. Cause then he put out Skateboard P and make a face fall off. So serve a bitch straight D and make a. Yeah, that's that shit.
So actually, speaking of the peak, I'm glad you paused. T.I. was actually
Speaking of the
peak.
Oh, peak. Okay.
T.I., of course, he's been on the medium run because he put out the single. He's got the album getting ready to come out, gearing up the project and whatnot. If you guys remember during the pandemic when they were doing all the verses and people were trying to figure out who they would like to see next, one of the names that got brought up was like, hey, we would love to see like 50 Cent in the verses. Yeah. And so people started having a discussion like, well, who would 50 Cent go if that would make sense? And one of the names that people kind of just stuck with was T.I. And so T.I., after a certain point, was kind of pushing the envelope. 50 Cent was like, whatever. And it kind of died down. But now T.I. popped back outside. He's on the last run. This is the last tour. This is the last album. This is the last media run. So he's really having fun with it, talking about everything. And we have a clip of T.I. talking about how he would smoke 50 Cent in a verses if 50 were to go down that route with him.
I was supposed to go, and then goddamn, when I was talking to Swiss, I was like, shit, man, yeah, I'd do it. But really, the motherfucker that really would be the one, it ain't gonna happen. But if Gucci, Young and Gucci, that the one. And then he hit me back. He was like, shit, Tip, don't even trip. I think we gonna get Gucci to do it. I said, well, you don't need me then. But that's the one.
Hold up,
what I mean?
But didn't Jeezy and Gucci already?
No, they were before it happened.
Oh, okay, before it happened.
Before it happened, they were talking to me.
Okay. But I'm saying, so right now.
Like
I called
T.I.'s
my man.
voice.
I said who I wanted.
You want Weezy?
Nah, I said I wanted 50. That's what I said. He don't want no smoke.
Oh, Lord.
Talk about it, King.
I called my man out. He don't want no smoke. He ducking smoke. It's cool. So
Hey, that would be
now-
a real dope one.
So now here we trying to think about other people who would do it. You know what I'm saying?
Damn.
We mentioned Wayne, and Wayne wouldn't be bad. I respect Wayne. I'm a Hot Boy fan.
Yes, sir.
I feel like that would make some.
Okay, so T.I. just said that he would smoke 50 in the verses and that he's ducking the smoke. Let me ask y'all that question. Just hypothetically, 50 T.I. verses. Is T.I. smoking 50 Cent?
I ain't gonna say he's smoking 50 Cent, but it's close.
It's definitely close.
It's real close.
Because T.I. got songs as close as If It Ain't About the Money.
But T.I. also got more range in his catalog, I would say.
Yeah.
And I think that range is what's gonna set him apart from 50 and what he got going on.
Yeah.
'Cause 50 has that Gears Without Trying. That's a very powerful album. You could play pretty much all 20 of his songs could be from that album if you wanted to.
Yeah, he could. It could be, but he's got to do like
He got that one Jeremiah
I
song.
Get Money. You know what I'm saying?
Oh,
That, ride with that booty on me. Shorty, you a damn, why you looking lonely?
I think the biggest thing for 50 in a versus with T.I., because I'm going to be real with you, I think T.I. is getting him in a versus. Because if it's 20 songs, like, I think 50 going to have to start really kind of like digging in the bag, I think around 13 or 14, whereas like T.I. still got some anthems in the tuck by that point.
Look.
But I think with 50, the thing he's got to rely on a lot is like his features, the hooks he's done, the songs he did for other artists on his label, or like the songs he gave away to other artists on his
whoop
label.
your head, boy.
Shit like that. But it's
You
like,
know I will.
those are like 50 Cent fan deep cuts.
Play ASAP.
He can do Swagger Like Us. That's his song, ain't it?
Well, he's on it, so he could do it.
Yeah,
Yeah, he could
'cause
do
you
that
can
verse.
features.
Yeah.
But that's his song, though, ain't it?
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
It's on.
Oh, it was on
it's
Paper Trail. Yeah, you're right. You're right. Yeah.
He got him.
Yeah.
that song alone.
But like, no, I don't. I mean, that song as
Come
a
on,
whole.
If we kept it in the tens, I think still like T.I. still got enough.
It's closer though if it's tens. If it's a battle of 10 songs, I think 50 Cent.
No,
makes
I mean like in the decade.
Oh.
Like 2010 and younger, bro. Look at this.
Oh yeah. The 2000s.
We
You talking
got
about the 2000s?
24. No, I'm talking. Well, yeah, I
You
guess
said 2010s.
Yeah, the 2000s.
The 2000s. Yes. If we keep it like in their prime.
Yes.
Yeah. Like T.I. got hits.
Bring them out.
You don't know me.
ASAP.
Motivation.
What you know? What?
Top back.
What you know about that?
Yeah.
No. What you know? Yeah. My bad. Yeah.
Top back.
I was
Look,
thinking of
big
lip
shit
gloss.
popping.
Little shit. Stop it.
Hey, that was my shit.
Whatever you like.
Yeah, whatever you like.
And that's the thing. We're listening to all these T.I. songs, and when you hear them in your head, you hear different songs each time, like different sonically, more range.
I remember my dad. You know the part where, let me put this big boy in your life.
Yeah.
I remember my dad heard the dirty version. He was like, "Stop singing that." He's
Oh,
talking
yeah.
about he's talking about his dick. Stop singing that. All right, Dad.
Put this
Thank you.
big boy in your life. Want your body.
Here go 50 shit.
What we got? Because
It's literally gonna be Get Rich or Die Trying in a massacre.
But like, let's be real. Let's be realistic, right? We're in a
He
versus.
put on Power.
He's
Not
definitely,
the Power.
he's definitely getting that off. He's definitely getting that off. But we're having a versus, right? T.I. is playing his shit. 50 Cent's coming with his hits. Like, if T.I. plays a song like Live Your Life or Dead and Gone, 50 Cent comes out with a song like P.I.M.P. It's like, yeah, that was a single. That was a hit. But, like, some of his 50 singles ain't going to hit like that in the verses, especially coming off, like, the momentum whatever T.I. plays.
He definitely got to do Hate It or Love It.
Of course,
Oh,
yeah,
yeah.
100%.
But
100%.
I think that's the counter to that.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like that's how I would play it. Cause they could go street for street, single for like single.
Yeah.
I think T.I. has a bit more pop appeal because of like the Paper Trail run and having and Dead
Ooh,
and
even the
Gone.
JT feature with My Love.
Yeah.
And or even Destiny's Child.
Yeah.
Soldier.
Like he got some shit. You
Like-
know what? He could even throw in the Drive Slow.
Drive
verse.
slow. Oh, listen, I'm telling you.
Y'all don't know about that one.
Kanye put that version in the video because he loved that freestyle so much. That's why he's in the video.
Yeah.
That's
so
how crazy that freestyle was.
I'm picking Tip. I think T.I. got it in the verses.
Yeah.
I would love to see it though.
50 a bitch right now. He ain't gonna do it. Yeah. Like
MAGA boy.
yeah, like like 50 Cent had really one of the most disappointing crash outs. It's just like, bruh, like who, like when the Mondami shit was popping off and he was running for mayor, 50 Cent like, who is this guy? Where'd he come from? Get him out of here. I'll pay him to go away. And I'm gonna tell Trump everything he said. I'm like, all right, bro. All right, you bitch ass motherfucker. But in terms of a versus, yeah, I think T.I., like if once T.I. starts playing them thumpers, like them real hits, them real records that just shake the whole arena when they drop, that's when you're gonna really see the difference between their two catalogs next to each other.
Yeah.
And it has to be in a neutral spot. It cannot be in New York, cannot be in the A. It has to be in a spot that highlights both artists and people like both artists mutually.
Facts.
So, but I think it'd be fun. I'm pretty excited. I would like to see a versus, but I'm also pretty excited for this new T.I. album. I like that he's excited again. It's cool, and it's always cool to see the vets go out on a high note. And T.I.'s always been one of them guys that's always kind of like always rapped at a high level, but maybe the songs weren't as great as they could be.
You could tell when he's like more locked in than others. Like what's the shit with Amazing on there? What's the name of that project?
Amazing?
The skateboard Pete make a face fall off.
Oh, was that
it's amazing.
Have Mercy?
So amazing. I think, or No Mercy.
Mercy? Was that No Mercy?
I think it's No Mercy.
Because that was a weird album.
It
that was the first
weird.
post.
Yeah, it was No Mercy.
That was the first post prison album.
Yeah, and that's when I'm like, yeah, my boy not locked in.
Yeah,
I definitely fuck with this song.
You got to get it together, T.I.
Yeah,
but yeah, this probably seems like the most motivated, I would say, since Paper Trail probably.
Yeah, man.
Because I didn't like that No Mediocre era.
About the Money?
I didn't like none of that shit he was doing in 2010s like that for real. About the Money was cool. It was cool.
You didn't like No Mediocre?
No. I hated that Iggy Azalea era. But actually, all the features he did for Travis Scott were fire, though. The Upper Echelon feature was fire. The Quintana Part 2 feature was fire.
Hold up, what you mean you can't go out? You say you want to kick it when I ain't so Shoulder lean?
Shoulder lean? Yeah.
Nah,
listen, I'm telling you, them T.I. hits are different. Them T.I. hits are going to ring different in that kind of versus environment, man. So, and I can see 50 just being on bullshit in terms of like what he plays and what he picks.
Yeah. Really, we want 50.
Like 50 the kind of motherfucker to put a music park in his verses.
We want 50 in a toxic versus with somebody else.
Like, Ja Rule.
Yeah,
the game.
That's really what.
And the thing is, like, 50 Cent would never do a verse with Ja Rule. Not only because like they hate each other, but because like some shit's gonna get exposed in that verses in terms of like, yeah, your music compared to Ja's probably didn't age as well.
Yeah.
But that's for another conversation for another day. Nelson, I see you got some other stuff added to the is it the notes, or is this you at these bottom parts?
I added
the
cutie
Sean shit.
Yeah, Sean Scorpio.
Shay Lyric just dropped a
project. Mm-hmm.
It's called Eliciting Nights. I've been running it over the weekend. Man, y'all gotta check that shit out. Check out the homie.
Yeah, Sean Scorpio just dropped Cutie. That shit's going up.
Yep.
That shit's fire. That shit's super dope. And then actually Don Toliver, man. I've been running his new album, Octane, that dropped last week as well. Fire album. And on top of that, I didn't notice because we've been talking about, I was talking with my roommate about this a couple days ago. I'm like, yo, I just don't know what's going on with Don. Like, I feel like he should be up there with Travis Scott. Like, I feel like everything he doing is like everything that Travis Scott be doing. And sometimes better, I think, at this point in their careers. So I was like, well, I don't know why Don's just not up there yet. And then this album drops, phenomenal body of work. And we just had the first week. Come to find out, man, Don Toliver got a #1 album. And on top of that, it sold 157,000 copies in the first week.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Man, shout out Don Toliver.
Shout out fucking Don.
He's coming
Donnie
to KC,
Womack.
man. He's coming to KC.
He is.
He's a do no wrong, y'all.
He really can't, man. Like, and this is the 5th album he's put out. And it's really kind of crazy to believe this is his 5th album because it's just like you've really been consistent. You've been foot on the gas. And I love the fact that
out of the way, too.
Out the way, too.
No drama.
Nothing. He dating Kali Uchis. They have a family together.
Yep.
And it's been really cool to hear him just grow and progress as an artist over the years. And you hear that in his music. Like, the last 3 albums to me are like some of his best outside of Heaven and Hell.
Yeah.
Like, Heaven and Hell's, that's the one. But Love Sick was amazing.
I love Love Sick.
Love Sick might be a classic to me. I think that's a flawless album from top to bottom. And then, like, was it Hard Rock Psycho? What's the last one? Can you go back real quick?
Yeah, it's Hard Rock.
Hardstone Psycho.
Hardstone.
That was a great one, too. So I love the evolution of Don Toliver, especially each project gets more exciting. And I like how he really dives into his Houston roots on this new album, Octane. Mm-hmm. A lot of chopped and screw sounds on there. Like, he does it really well. He represents Texas well.
There's no lack of imagination or creativity with Don Toliver. Like, he's one of the ones that he don't gotta copy the trend, bro. Is the trend.
He is the. Where's it at, Nelson? Come on,
easy.
Hit him with it.
Real easy, real effortless. y'all wish y'all could be Don.
Hey, even the Rosary song with Travis Scott. Travis Scott gave him a great feature.
Yeah.
And they always, that's one thing I do love about Don Toliver and Travis Scott as artists when they come together, is that they really know how to bring out the best in each other when it comes, like, whether it's Travis on Don's album or Don on Travis's album, man. So Rosary, another classic collab between Don Toliver and Travis Scott.
Yeah, they goes right into All Signs with Tizo Touchdown. Tizo Touchdown also dropped a video for that, I think.
Oh, we did?
Or he dropped another song like right after the album. Let me find that shit, brother.
Yeah, man, but I've been running up this Octane all week in our house, man. That shit it's a real fun album, man, and it's just really been exciting to see this Don Toliver grow that sound, because it's like no matter what he does, it doesn't get old because he keeps it fresh every project, man.
He definitely got it.
And for an artist of his style and making the music that he does, for him to keep it so fresh so long for over these years, for 5 albums now, phenomenal work on his end, man. So congratulations on the #1 album. That's crazy. Amazing, man. And then also we got some new music coming out soon. I think next week we've got Larry June, Currency, and The Alchemist dropping their long-awaited collab project together. I don't know if the video they shot for it recently or the picture that came out of all of them together is new, or if it's an old video shoot that they finally got together or whatever. But it's cool to see the Currency and The Alchemist together again.
Yeah.
I think hopefully they hashed that situation out. You know, I don't think it was ever like too crazy of a big deal on Currency's end. You know, nothing a conversation can't fix. Now, Currency and Freddie, that's a whole nother situation, but it's cool to see whatever tension or issues Currency and Alchemist had or have are kind of put to the side, just at least get this project out. Because I think Currency did say that, yeah, we'll still put out the project with Larry, get that out the way, but I think he said after that, we can be cool.
Let's get this money, man.
Yeah, at the end of the day.
This
But
fucking money.
I'm super looking forward to that. I've been looking forward to this project for like 2 years now. I'm glad it's finally coming out, man. So Larry June, Currency, Alchemist, I believe next week, man, it's going to be exciting.
Lastly, though, or do we have any other topics?
Nope.
Last night, your boy Bruh.
Bruh. Wyandotte on.
I ain't from Wyandotte, nigga.
Where's he from, Olathe?
He's from Olathe, yeah. He we streamed his show, but this is a clip from it. This was him doing his take on Yukon.
Remember, I used to drive a Yukon. I pull up whenever you call. In no parking lot of Tucson. Like, are you with me? I'm in it, man, like Jimmy Neutron.
$100 if you tell me what he just said.
Say that one more time.
I feel like
I pull up and let the roof gone. Oh no. Slide City.
He said, I'm meeting my mom and Jimmy Neutron.
Slide City. Slide City. Oh, in the city. Remember, I used to drive a Yukon. I pull up whenever you call. In no parking lot of Tucson. Like, are you with me? I'm in it, man, like Jimmy Neutron.
I'm in Jimmy Neutron.
What the hell was that, man?
What the fuck was that?
Come on, Broderick.
I like how we just put him on blast there. The fuck was you saying right there, man?
I put that in the comments. I was like, I'm meeting my like Jimmy Neutron, man. Had to. No, but successful week in KC.
Yeah, man. Great week.
More shit to come.
Yeah.
Oh, we didn't even shout out the Black Girl Magic show on Friday.
Man, you're right. I'm remiss in neglecting that, but it was a great time. Shout out my lady, my lovely ladybug, River McKenzie. She did the artwork. She did the 3-piece drop, 3 designs. She curated all the vendors, and her and Zoe Magic put together a great set list for everybody, and it was a good time. Like,
hell yeah.
It was a great time.
There was a lot of black folk in there. Loved it. We had a few moments where people got a little rowdy, but it was a good time.
Shut the fuck up.
Great time.
If you're not here for this shit, leave. Fuck out.
Hey, everybody in the back talking, y'all can leave.
I was like, oh shit. Joe looked at me and said, I think I gotta go.
Yeah, I was like, hey, I gotta get out before they start yelling at us.
What's funny was the niggas that was yelling ended up being the niggas talking.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I'm like, y'all did all that just to go around and be in the back and be loud.
Hey, I remember at one point there was like, they're trying to do the talk. Somebody's talking in the mic or whatever, and like I remember at one point I just see like Paul leave the front of the crowd and just zoom past us in the crowd and like charge off into the back corner. So I'm like, you about to go yell at somebody?
Yeah.
But he looked charged up like he was about to yell at somebody. I'm like, bro, hopefully you keep this kind of low key.
They were like, this is this girl's first performance ever.
Ever. Everybody shut the fuck up. We've been trying to get her to do this forever.
I ain't gonna lie. Look, in the real world, it's not gonna be like that.
No.
Talk about it.
Like when you in that stadium, if you fortunate enough to get to that stadium or to get to that venue, it's gonna be just you up there, unless you got a feature or a band or whatever it may be. So you still gotta perform. The show must go on,
man.
And even if you are in those arenas and those big stadiums and people are all there to see you, they're not gonna be quiet when you perform.
They're still gonna be talking.
They're still gonna yell. They're still gonna scream. We watched Justin Bieber go through it all the time when he was on tour, and how people would scream so hysterically he couldn't even talk, he couldn't perform.
Fucking oh my god.
Like even J. Cole, like he's on his current Out the Trunk tour.
Yeah.
He's been going to college campuses and like selling his albums out the trunk to people out on these campuses. And he went to a campus like last night, I think somewhere on the coast where he's from.
It was NCAT.
Yeah,
or
North Carolina
NCAT.
or something like that. Yeah, so he went to like one of those universities, and of course, word got out quick on the university, on the campus, that he was there.
Yeah.
So a lot
They
of people
swarmed him
to the point where he had to be like, "Hey, yo, everybody, stop!
Yeah,
everybody, stop moving, stop talking. Let's do this the right way, so we can all be here, and they don't shut it down because there was so much people, a lot of hysteria. So he had to like be the teacher on the space, like, hey, everybody, calm down.
Yeah,
single file line type shit.
I mean, that's part of it too, though. It's like you control what you can control. You can only say it a few times. Like, and look, don't bastardize your voice, and don't be repeating yourself more than necessary, because at the end of the day, nobody. If somebody's not listening to you,
that's their fault.
Yeah, that's on them. And you wasting your time trying to get them to listen
when they don't
have. I saw a clip of Olivia Dean. Speaking of best new artists, I saw a clip of Olivia Dean from I think it was about 6 or 7 years ago. There are people talking in the background, but it was like an open mic situation.
Yeah.
And now she's on the biggest stage in world music. So it's like things can happen very quickly. Pay attention to yourself, focus on your sound, and develop that shit.
And just, work on and moments like that where you're trying to perform and people are talking through it, or there's a lot of energy in the room that's focused in other areas of the room as opposed to your performance. That's the moment to where you could really just kind of like find yourself as an artist in the moment in that room and figure out a way to like, how can I demand this attention? Because that's really what it is back in the day, man. Like, if you're not getting our attention, like, fuck off. It's like the Hunger Games.
It's even worse now.
Yeah.
Y'all know y'all can't focus more than 5 minutes.
So now you got to work twice as hard to keep our attention, or let alone get it.
I'm back here watching Instagram reels.
You know what I'm saying? I hear this shit.
That's what I'm saying. Look,
Andre multitasking a lot of shit right now. Like, he potted halfway watching reels.
Be driving, rolling up, Instagram reels in the background.
Like, he's never fully focused on one thing. He has to do it all.
I be listening to music on my laptop, looking at shit on my laptop.
We'll be having a
with
conversation.
through reels with the game on.
Yeah,
with the game on.
Like,
bro, my new Mac. Bro, I got it to where you could do the split view. I got a PlayStation on one side and YouTube on the other side with my phone in my hand.
Yeah.
I feel you.
Dick in the other. No, I'm just joking. All right, on that note.
But yeah, more of the story, man, like, use those moments as learning opportunities to figure out how you win over crowds in moments when the crowd's not interested in you. Because when you're doing open mics or shit like that, or you're on a local level, nobody's gonna know you for the most part.
Yeah.
Everybody that walks through the room for the most part that you're trying to win over is not gonna know who you are, and that's the goal. That's the challenge, to win them over. So
make them know you.
This is where you learn who you are as an artist and step more into that and do what you got to do, or learn from your mistakes, trying to win them over. Like, figure out your lane, figure out what you do, figure out what you want to perform, how you want to perform, and just win the crowd over with it.
That's Joe Cornish.
And on that note, man, I think that's a good way to wrap it up. Episode 156. Who's gonna be the podcast MVP? Sebastian's gone.
Shit.
Sebastian's laptop.
Sebastian's laptop! One time for that, man. Drop a bomb for that. Where's the confetti at? Tell me you came with the confetti. Tell me you came with the confetti.
Sebastian's laptop, man.
Hey, without him and that laptop, we wouldn't be able to do this pod today.
My computer would literally explode.
Is J. Cole light-skinned Future? Find out next time.
On episode 157 of the Yadda Yadda podcast, the kid Joe Cornejo, Black Hyphy, Nelson. Until next Sunday, bitches, we out.